Hello everybody. Hope everything's okay with my audio. Just checking it right now. Audio seems okay. Make sure that TikTok feed is going through. Howdy everybody. I just need to double check something. Can go over here. All right, so we do have a guest, but I want to make sure that that guest is, I think that we've talked to this guest a lot. And so I want to make sure that it wasn't too recent. Okay. Let us bring up our guest. Let me just close some windows really quick just because they are taking up too much space. Howdy. Let's talk to Jesus is King. Lots of people could have the same name, so it could just be a different guy. Hey, Jesus is King. How's it going?
Hey.
Jesus is King. What shape do you think the Earth is?
Flat.
Okay. And why do you think so?
I mean, come on, dude.
Come on, dude? I mean, what if I just said it's a globe and then I said, come on, dude?
Dude, like,
dude.
Come on.
Dude, come on.
You're
Come on, dude.
You go outside.
Dude.
Okay? You go outside too. And dude, like, why are you trolling?
Why are you trolling?
I go outside every day. I've never seen curvature. And
I'm sure
the gravity bullshit, I just don't trust it.
Yeah, I don't trust it. You know, you go outside every day, but when you drop things, they don't fall. You just don't trust the gravity bullshit. You know, things don't fall. Well, then why do they fall?
Dude, God explains everything.
Why do they fall?
God told us 6,000 years ago, He created the heavens and the earth.
Did you just swallow your mic?
My bad.
You're good.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
God created the heavens and the earth. He gave us the Bible. Okay, Jesus came down, he died for our sins. Nowhere in the Bible does it say the earth is round, gravity exists, all that nonsense. That's just shit that they use to control you.
It also doesn't say that like bacteria cause infectious diseases, but that doesn't make it not true.
What are you talking about, dude?
Yeah, do you think that bacteria and viruses cause infectious disease?
I don't. There's no such thing as bacteria, dude.
There's no such thing as bacteria? Did you not look through a microscope in high school?
They put their shit in our... They feed you.
This has got to be a troll, right?
They got these...
Is he trolling? Is my troll dar off?
Dude, are you... Like, why are you so...
Has my troll dar failed?
You just mind-blown that somebody with an intellectual ability greater than yours came up, and now you got no response?
Yes, somebody with an intellectual ability greater than mine, and all your argument is, dude, come on, dude.
Dude, listen to me. I aced school. I was great at math, and I know...
Yeah, can you tell me...
more than anybody.
Can you tell me what sine squared plus sine squared of theta plus cosine squared of theta is?
1.
Oh, that's actually really impressive. You actually know trigonometry. Okay, so look, you know trigonometry. Okay, dude, you know trigonometry, so you can check that the Earth is a sphere yourself. All you have to do is measure the angle that the sun is at.
Ask me more questions.
Actually, hold on. So you can check this yourself. Measure the angle that the sun is at and compare it with some other friend who's far away when they measure the angle the sun is at, and then you can triangulate the location of the sun, and you'll find that it's not in one place, which means that the Earth isn't flat.
Dog.
Dude.
I'm not brainwashed. I've been through all that.
Dude, dog.
I'm not brainwashed. You're not finna...
Why are my headphones doing this?
I aced school.
I know you aced school.
One of the highest
I know you aced school, my guy, so why not just measure the location of the sun using trigonometry?
In school, my teachers thought...
Dude, just measure the angle of the sun using trigonometry, dude.
I'm not brainwashed. You're not finna brainwash me.
Why aren't you answering my question, dude?
y'all can sit there applauding each other, giving each other awards, thinking you're all so
Why aren't you answering my
smart.
question, brother?
My bad. Can you ask me again?
Why not you just go out and measure the angle of the sun, and at the same time
measure what, dude? What I can just from
and
my
at the
apartment,
same time, hey, I thought you wanted me to answer the question again, dude.
I apologize.
Okay, so why not you and a friend who are far away from each other, like in different states, measure the angle of the sun using like the length of a shadow, and then use that to figure out how far away the sun is. And then, so you can triangulate, because you know trigonometry, right?
We got a model. Our model explains the universe.
So how far away is the sun, dude?
The sun, you gotta listen.
My brother in flat, how far away is the sun?
God didn't tell us how far the sun is.
I thought you had a model that explains everything, dude. Including how far away the sun is.
We don't factor in distances.
Oh, you don't care about distances? So your model doesn't explain everything.
It ain't, let me tell you, it ain't 9 million whatever away.
Yup.
I'm sure you've been indoctrinated. You know the number. What is it?
I've definitely been indoctrinated.
Is it 9 million miles away?
I don't know the number. I don't have to know the number for my model.
So you don't know. You've been brainwashed and you don't know simple facts.
Oh, that's so crazy. You do? How far away is the sun then?
I don't know. I'm not brainwashed.
So you're brainwashed. You don't know simple facts.
Why would I want to engage with false information?
No, I'm saying, why don't you know how far away it actually is, my brother?
Dude, I probably did way better than you in school, and yet
I'm sure no, you didn't.
And yet look at me, and I'm not brain. And I'm telling you, right? Which college do you go? If you don't mind me asking.
I went to Arizona State University.
See, that's not a top
You're
school.
Right, it's
I had offers from Harvard.
Right, it's not a top school. I still got a 4.0.
Well, I also got a 4. I had offers from Harvard.
Where'd you go? Where'd you go?
I didn't want to be indoctrinated. I went traveled the world. I ain't seen no curvature. Traveled the world. I got to experience life.
You traveled the world, yeah.
Despite having all this potential to do,
you threw it away.
Money.
Despite having all of this potential, you threw it away.
When I say potential, I don't mean getting applause from these fake people applauding me for doing fake science. I mean like potential to rob people for money. You know what I mean? Like make money off these poor people.
I'm sure. So why don't you just tell me how far away the sun is?
Y'all say it's like millions of miles away.
No, how far away it actually is.
Oh, I don't know. We ain't got that type of information. Y'all are the ones with the...
Hey, King. So, are you like congested or?
It's my mic.
It's your mic, yeah. Can you give me a big old sniff through your nose, please? All right, get out of here. It was fun while it lasted. I mean, like, I'm pretty sure he was trolling. But that's fine. We can bring up another guest. Let's just read some super chats really quick, or a super chat. Sorry, I feel like I have to sneeze. From Stastesi Stostu. With the 10 pounds, how big does a ball have to be for my eyes to not to see its curvature? Well, okay, so it depends on what kind of curvature we're talking about. If we're talking about the left to right curvature, you can see, like the distance that you can see is going to depend on the radius of the ball, of course. For example, like if you are, well, yeah, let's just leave it at that, because obviously if the radius of the ball is infinite, then you can see infinitely far away. If the radius of the ball is 4,000 miles or so, then you can see 3 miles away from sea level or so. So, and then you just have to compare how much the left to right curvature is at that distance. and how far away and how big of an angular change you can see. So this depends on how good the human eye is. For example, it depends, like, I think the human eye can see like what, 1 arc minute or something like this, like 1/60th of a degree. And so you'd have to run the calculations, but surely at 4,000 miles, you can't see it from sea level, no. And from Momo Gaipan, with the $100 being very generous, it's much appreciated. Doctor, I've flown from California to New York, to the UK, to Turkey, to Singapore, to Thailand, to Hawaii, back to California. How do they justify flat Earth? Well, they think that when you're flying, so you flew from California to New York, to the UK, to Turkey, to Singapore, to Thailand, to Hawaii, back to California. So you flew east. They think that when you're flying east, you're actually going in a circle around the center. So that's what they think. That's what they think that's happening. And from NBTNC with the $5, much appreciated. Dalton and Justin are now part of my Yaoyuri cult. You want to join? All we do is send gifts and no, I refuse. I will not debase myself. All right, let's bring up Captain Squeam. Captain Squeam, how's it going?
Hi. Hi, sorry, I didn't request that, but while you have me here,
well, if you don't think the Earth is flat, all right, then I'm gonna let you go, but thanks for being here. All right, let's bring up Tay TT. Oh, let's call him Tay.
Hey,
Tay, how's it going?
Tay, I'm good. So I have some questions. My girl believes the world is like, first of all, she doesn't believe we went to space, which I think is stupid. I have a degree in biology, so I'm just like, I don't have physics, or I don't have the background in astronomy, or, you know, astrology. I forgot the term for it. To understand how to astronomy, yes. To understand or explain to her, like, we've been to the moon, the Earth isn't flat. We have gravity for a reason, because of density, and because of I believe the world, what is it? The Earth's, it's in space or something. That's why we have gravity.
We have gravity because the Earth has mass.
Mass, right? Okay. So can you give me some like talking points? Because I'm just like, I'm frustrated with it.
Yeah. So, look, how smart is your lady friend?
Not very.
Okay, so the easiest thing that you can probably bring up is just like, you know, everybody's seen sunsets. So just bring up how a sunset would work if the Earth was flat and the sun was just going far away. If the sun was just going far away, it would just look like it's getting smaller and smaller into the distance. Tay, there is a lot of background noise. I don't know if you're walking around inside a prison or...
No,
there's just a lot of
work right now. I'm sorry.
Okay. No, you're fine. So, if the Earth was flat, it's fine. If the Earth was flat and the sun was just getting far away, it would just look like it's getting further away, right? We all know what things look like when they get far away. On the other hand, if the Earth was a globe, on the other hand, what we see for sunsets is that the sun just gets lower in the sky. It doesn't get smaller, it gets lower. And so just ask your lady friend, you know, why is it that the sun gets lower rather than appearing to get further away? And what you'll find is that there's not really a good explanation on the flat Earth worldview, but there is a really good explanation on the globe. Namely, on the globe, the sun is staying in place, but the globe is turning away from it. So it looks like the sun is going around us, and so it looks like it's going past to the place where we can't see, so it just gets smaller. Sorry, so it just gets lower, not smaller.
Yes. That's the rough idea.
Yep, because of the Earth's rotation.
Okay, perfect. And then another example is like space travel. She doesn't believe in that. Like,
well, she's not going to believe that space even exists until she thinks that the Earth is a globe. So start there.
Got you. Okay, that was all my questions for today. Thank you so much.
All right, take care.
All
right, let's talk to Cobers. Cobers, how's it going?
Good, how about you?
I'm doing all right. Cobers, what shape do you think the Earth is?
I will say flat. The reason why I'm coming up, I don't want to, I guess, argue about all the typical points. I'm not sure how you are with astrology and things relating to that. My question is, how could we possibly know how fast our galaxy is actually moving? I don't know if you've heard of Einstein's how fast our galaxy is actually traveling through space.
Relative to what?
The speed, I guess.
Well, all speeds are relative, right? You know, if I throw a baseball while I'm on a train, from my perspective, relative to me, the baseball might move at, I don't know, 50 or 60 miles an hour. But from the perspective of somebody who's not on the train, who's like at the station, it might be moving at 100 miles an hour. So the speed relative to what? Also, when you're off the app, I can't hear you. So if you're talking, I can't hear you right now.
When NASA says that we are traveling 1.2 to 2.1 million miles per hour through space,
yeah, you want to know where that number comes from?
Know that number?
Yeah, so that number is relative to the cosmic microwave background radiation, and you can measure that speed by looking at there's something called redshift and blue shift. You know how when an ambulance is like driving past you, like it gets higher pitched as it's driving towards you, and then it gets lower pitched as it drives away. It's like that kind of sound.
Yes.
So there's a similar thing happens with light. If you're moving towards the light, it'll appear bluer. If you're moving away from the light, it'll appear redder. You just have to be going really, really fast. And we've seen this in laboratories. This is a real thing. And so you can go look at the sky, and there's this cosmic microwave background radiation, which it's just like really, really low strength microwaves that are just everywhere. And you can turn on your TV, and like the noise that you'll get, some of that is from this cosmic microwave background radiation. But what we find is that if you go look at the sky with like a sensitive microwave detector, like a sensitive telescope, you'll find that in some directions it's slightly bluer, and in other directions it's slightly redder. And so what that implies is that we're moving towards the radiation in the direction where it's bluer, and we can measure how fast we're going relative to that radiation by looking at how much bluer it is than the part that looks red. That's how that number is arrived at.
Okay. Well, if we're traveling and we're still looking at that same information, I mean, whether it's sound or light, it's still all traveling, right?
So
wouldn't that really be kind of outdated information for the most part? Because I mean, a lot of that stuff, I mean, like for example, of some of the light we're seeing from the stars is taken, thousands of years to get to the point where we can visualize it. Wouldn't the same apply for microwave radiation or whatever that is?
Well, not really, because what we're asking is how quickly are we moving relative to the radiation that's right next to us? Because it's everywhere. And in particular, some of it's right next to us. And it's like, you can think of it being everywhere and going in all directions. And so there is some that's right next to us, and we're just asking how fast are we moving relative to it. That's it.
Okay. And I see. Okay. That's all I had. I wanted some clarity on that. I appreciate it.
Sure, no problem. Thanks for being here.
Yep.
Somebody said there was a guy that somebody said, I'll stick around if you talk to Blitz. Somebody in the comments said that. And I don't know who it was about. Does anybody know who that was about? Because that would... Maybe I should bring them up. It was Volkvan. Okay. Well, we do have a $5 super chat from Unfornicated with the $5. It's very much appreciated. Astrology, if he doesn't know it's called astronomy, he probably shouldn't be talking about the subject. He thanks you for using noises and small words. Look, not everybody knows everything. It wasn't a particularly important point to bring up to like correct him on, and he seemed like he was asking a question in good faith. So, not really worth, berating him for it. All right, let us bring up a next guest. It looks like Vokefan isn't in the guest box. I think. Let me double check, make sure that there's nobody in the guest waiting room. There is not. So what that means is that I guess we will. Well, thank you for the galaxy, Holy Guacamole. I appreciate it. I guess we can just bring up Troy Springs, who's next. Oh, wow. Holy Guacamole sounded a lot on TikTok. Much appreciated. Troy, how's it going?
What's up, Miro? Can you hear me real good?
Yeah, I can hear great. Troy, what shape do you think the Earth is?
It's flat, obviously.
Okay. Why do you think that?
Because it's flat and it's stationary, just like it appears.
Well, I was asking you why you think that, not what you think. Because I know what you think.
But listen, can I?
Yeah, go ahead.
I believe this because the proof is all around us. We're clearly not moving. We're stationary right now. The burden of proof is on you to believe, to make me go against my reality and what I see every day. They're saying when I ask a globe Earth, I say the Earth is not moving. They say prove it. You have the burden of proof to prove that the Earth is not moving. Yeah, why should I have the Why should I have the burden of proof when I don't feel any movement or anything? It's the burden of proof should be on you to prove that we are moving. Even though
that's totally fine.
And everything say that we're not
totally
moving.
Fine. I can offer you proof.
Okay.
Or evidence rather. One sec. Let me pull up the video really quick. It's a really good one. That is
video.
Yeah.
They say, Troy, I'm known. They know me.
I don't. Have we spoken before?
No, not you. But...
Okay, just checking.
He said.
One sec.
He said
there's one that has a nice. Like I can find some ones that are less good, but there's one.
You're about to go on YouTube.
Yeah, here it is. Yeah. I'm just pulling up a video for you really quick.
Are you showing me CGI or like some CGI or some animated stuff or some real stuff?
Nope. It's just real video.
Of NASA?
No.
Okay. I see
this is a Foucault pendulum. This is a time lapse. Are you familiar with the Foucault pendulum?
Yes.
Okay. So it swings back and forth. What causes it to rotate?
I don't know. You tell me.
The rotation of the Earth.
Bro. Okay. So you believe that the rotation of Earth affects that little ball?
The rotation of the Earth, the rotation of the Earth very efficiently and correctly predicts the rate at which it spins, because the rate at which it spins depends on the latitude. And you can predict that rate by doing a fairly straightforward calculation, inputting the rotation of the Earth, and then output the amount of time it takes to make a full loop.
So you're literally telling me that pendulum that's spinning on that string is moving only because of the rotation of the Earth. Are you saying that?
Well, no. So it's swinging back and forth because somebody, pulled it and then let it go. But the reason why it's swinging, the reason why it's swinging back and forth, but then the the plane in which it swings rotates, that is because of the rotation of the Earth, right?
Can you show me the rotation? I don't see. I just see it move back and forth. I don't see no rotation, sir.
So pay attention.
Boom! I'm on fire already. Okay.
How are you on fire? Pay attention. See how it's not lined up with the...
It's doing the same exact thing. It's just spinning back and forth. When you spin something...
Except why is it see how it's rotating up and down now instead of, if we jump forward?
It does that.
It's going side to side now?
It's random.
Why is it
randomly? It randomly does that.
It's not random.
If I put a string, if I tie a string to a ball, so you're saying if I have a stick and I tie a string...
It's exactly predictable.
Listen, sir. So you're saying right now, if I have a string and I tie a ball to it and I throw it, and it bounces back, you're saying it's going to bounce back and forth, then eventually it's going to go the other way, and that's because of the Earth spinning?
It's not bouncing off of anything.
Joe, you literally admitted that somebody pushed that. That's what you literally admitted.
To get it start spinning, or
why do you have to get it? Why does somebody have to push it? Why you can't just leave it still and let it spin by itself?
If it's just hanging down, then
it's not going to move.
So this is if
it's hanging down, if nobody touch it, will it move? Yes or no?
This is the Coriolis effect, right?
Sir, can you answer my question? If nobody touches it, will it move?
This is the Coriolis effect.
If nobody touches it, will it move?
The Coriolis effect depends on the velocity of the thing moving.
Sir, if nobody touches it, will it move?
I already answered your question.
The Coriolis effect is not real, bro.
It's very real and
no,
very
but listen,
demonstrable.
if nobody touched the pendulum, will it move? Will it? If the Earth is,
that's not predicted by a spinning Earth.
Sir, listen. You just admitted that somebody actually moved the pendulum. I'm asking you a question.
They have to get it swinging. Yeah, absolutely.
Yes, if you say you just leave it alone, don't mess with it. Will it still spin? Will it still spin in the rotation of the Earth or no?
It only spins when it's swinging. You understand that?
So you actually have to have somebody push it for it to physically rotate around the Earth.
It has to swing.
That's manipulation, sir.
It has to swing back and forth.
Somebody have to manipulate that, sir.
What's the manipulation? They're not pushing it to the side. They're pushing it back and forth. You have to actually move it
for it to actually do that, sir.
Yeah,
I thought this was going to be hard, bro.
The effect depends on the speed at which it's moving.
No, the effect depends on the person that's moving it. That's what it depends on.
Once
you just admitted that
pushed,
you have to have somebody moving it.
Why would it go
because
around?
It's random. It does that. It's random. It's just random. It randomly moves wherever the wind sway.
You can't predict that stuff. Right? Why is it so predictable?
It's not predictable.
It's very predictable.
It's not.
You can predict exactly you can predict exactly how long it takes to make one full loop.
You literally admitted that somebody had to push that to make it. So you're saying that. So you're saying it'll only work if somebody pushes it. It'll only rotate around
it has to be a swinging pendulum.
The Coriolis effect. You saying that the rotation of the Earth will only apply if somebody push it.
Yeah, it has to be a swinging pendulum.
That's human manipulation at its finest.
Why is it going in a circle?
Because it's random. That's what it does. When you spin something,
not random.
When you swing something back and forth,
about it.
When you want a swing set and you push the swing set and it moves. Say you I'm trying to explain something to you. Say you had like a swing set or something and you push it. It moves randomly. The Coriolis effect has nothing to do with anything. It's not, bro. Of course, it's going to swing whatever.
It's not random. You understand that, right?
You know, it's random. It's like random, bro. It's
what's random about
something. It moves in all kind of directions.
It's not
and it
random.
slows down. It just slows down wherever it wants.
Do you understand this?
It has nothing to do with Coriolis effect or.
Are you struggling to like?
You know I'm right though. You just admitted that you need human manipulation to do that.
You have 2 ears, 1 mouth, right? So like you hear me when I say that it's predictable, right?
It's not predictable.
Okay, so did you know that you can predict exactly how long it takes to go in a full circle?
What do you mean? Depends on the speed, sir.
No, it doesn't. That's the important point.
It depends on the speed.
No.
So you're saying if you move, of course it's predictable. It's all about speed. It's how fast you're going, sir. Of course you can predict it. It
has nothing to do with the speed of the pendulum. Has nothing to do with it.
Sir, if that person did not touch that pendulum, nothing would happen. Just like it appears on Earth. Yeah. The Earth is not gonna. So if the Earth is spinning 67,000 miles an hour, that thing should be spinning by itself.
We're talking about the rotation of the Earth.
Yes. Let me ask you a question.
The rotation of the Earth is not 67,000 miles an hour. I think you're confused.
The Earth is spinning around the sun at 67,000 miles an hour. Am I right?
It's orbiting the sun at around that.
Yeah. Orbiting and spinning. You know what I mean? It's spinning while it's orbiting.
Are different. It's spinning and it's orbiting. Yes, both things are separate.
I'll be technical with you. The Earth is spinning at 1,000 miles an hour while rotating around.
Spinning at 1 rotation per day.
67,000 miles an hour, right?
Spinning at 1 rotation per day, yes.
It's spinning and rotating, and the whole Milky Way galaxy is blasting up in infinite space at over 500,000 miles per hour. Am I right?
Yeah, saying big numbers won't make you any more right.
Am I right, sir? Am I right?
Relative, speeds have to be relative to something.
Okay.
Speeds have to be relative to something. So if you want to present what it's relative to, then you can.
Sir, you just told me. You just told me that the pendulum. I asked you that I told you that the Earth is flat. You sent me a video of a pendulum spinning. It's saying that it spins because of the Earth. The Earth is rotating.
The Coriolis
and I said, okay, and you say it's clearly it was swung by somebody. If you have to swing it, that just kills the debate right there.
So it goes back and forth.
It goes back and forth. It kills the debate right there. That's human manipulation, bro.
Hey Troy. So if the Earth wasn't rotating, it would just swing back and forth in the same direction forever.
No, it wouldn't. Everything stops. What are you talking about? You really just say that. Sir, listen,
you're right.
Listen
You're right. It would eventually slow down unless it was in a vacuum, of course.
No, you just said you said it would swing forever if the Earth wasn't moving. I mean, if the Earth wasn't moving, it would swing forever. Are you going to correct that?
Yeah, I'm going to correct it. The point I was getting at is that it won't change the direction that it's swinging.
But you literally said it would swing forever.
It will swing it like as long as it has energy. As long as it has energy, it will keep swinging in the same plane, in the same direction.
But you said,
if the Earth was flat and non-spinning. However, that's not what happens in real life. In real life, when you start something swinging, as long as it has energy, its swing will rotate back and forth. It'll rotate in a circle as it swings. So can you explain that on a flat Earth? Because I gave you evidence that this is a real thing that happens in the real world. I showed you a video of this.
You said something preposterous.
This is evidence of the globe.
That don't even make sense. Let me change that.
The spinning Earth, rather.
You caught yourself when you caught yourself and then you're like, oh shit, that don't even make sense. Let me retract that.
Do you want to address the substance? Because I already did correct myself.
Okay, I'm gonna address the substance. Okay, so
Please
do you
address the
believe
substance.
Do you believe in the Artemis mission? Do you believe that we actually?
Why are we pivoting away from the pendulum?
But bro, because the pendulum, it's human manipulation kills all that.
It doesn't.
You just said it doesn't move unless without human manipulation.
Just because something needs to be swinging in order for an effect to be demonstrated doesn't mean that it's not valid all of a sudden.
Sir, I'm winning a debate. Human manipulation.
You think that you're winning in the debate?
And then you said that the pendulum was moved forever if the Earth wasn't spinning.
So long as it has energy,
you was like,
of course.
That sounds foolish. Let me correct that.
Yeah. So long as it has energy, of course it needs energy to be swinging.
Come on.
The point is that if the Earth is flat and not moving, and the pendulum has energy, it will never change the plane of oscillation.
What you're saying literally contradicts reality. You said that if the Earth was still, that it would spin forever. That's like that would make sense more if you said
so long
the
as it
Earth
has
is
energy.
spinning, so it's going to spin forever. But you
okay,
literally
so you're
said
confused.
The Earth is.
Do you want to engage in like a? Do you want to engage in like an honest way, or do you want to actually just do rhetoric? Because if you want to do rhetoric, I can just call you names until you feel bad enough to run away.
What are you going to call me? What are you going to call me? I want to know. You getting flustered. See, you're talking about name calling now.
Uneducated koala brain, smooth brain. Like,
see, listen. You're being condescending right now because you're losing a debate.
I'm insulting you because you're not able to engage with the substance.
I'm being loud, but I would never name.
You're getting completely annihilated. You can't even interact with the Coriolis effect that I've talked about here. You're sticking to the semantics because you know that you're losing the debate. You're getting folded. You're getting completely obliterated. You're getting cooked. You may as well be fried. You may as well be fried and run away because you know that you're not going to win this debate on substance. You have to nitpick on the language specifically because you know that your IQ is less than the square root of mine. You literally said the pendulum don't move unless a person. There he's doing it again. He's reset. The FLERF reset has happened.
He can't get away from it. That's why he's telling me to move on. And then I want to move on. But I said I want to move on something else. But he keeps bringing me back. Then I keep hitting him with the same facts.
Let's talk about the substance. The substance is
that
the pendulum.
You said two things that was wrong. You corrected yourself both times.
The plane of oscillation for the pendulum rotates. It wouldn't rotate if the Earth were flat. Why is the plane of oscillation rotating?
Sir, that little pendulum only moves because the person moved it.
I'm asking why is it rotating? Not why is it swinging? Why is it rotating?
Listen. Let me tell you something. Okay, it would make more sense if it's. You said, listen, this is what you said, but you retracted it. I'm gonna tell you exactly what you said. Can I tell you this? You said,
are we gonna stick to the one time I misspoke, or are you gonna address the substance?
No, it's a mistake, but you still made it. You still made it. Don't
sure, I did, and I corrected myself. Now are you going to address the substance?
Can I say this? Can you correct it?
Are you going to address the substance, or are you just going to repeat the one thing that I misspoke on instead of actually addressing the substance because you know you're losing the debate?
Okay, but listen.
Okay, let's listen to you lose the debate again. Go ahead.
You're saying the pendulum only moved because of human involvement, right?
That's why it's swinging back and forth, yeah.
And you're saying that it's when it slows down, it starts moving in other directions, right?
No, it doesn't have to do with slowing down. It's not when it slows down. No.
Sir, if I get a ball right now and I swing it from when I swing it, if I push it and swing it, it'll swing in the direction I push it over, back and forth. And then when it loses momentum, it will just swing anyway. It just start swinging in the other way. It's about momentum, sir. When you push something in the direction, it'll bounce back. It'll come back and forth. And then when it loses momentum, it'll just start going erratic. It'll start going erratically in any direction to it completely. Then it'll stop a little bit. Then it'll stop. Like that has nothing to do with the rotation of the Earth, and you know this.
How it's not changing direction. Do you see how it's not changing direction at all?
Sorry, leave it alone. Let it go. Push it again. Push it real hard. You barely see. Look, he barely even touching it, bro. He knows
how it's not changing
he barely
direction
even
at all?
swinging it. Y'all see this? He barely even touching it.
See how it's not changing direction at all? Why isn't it changing direction even though it's slowing down?
Because you barely touched it, bro. Stop.
Yeah, do you know how much the pendulum is swung? The pendulum is swung barely.
He tapped it. You see that pendulum? The pendulum was moving like crazy up and sideways.
Oh,
and you barely tapped the charger,
I see.
Bro.
You're confused because it's a time lapse.
And listen. You're comparing the thickness of a charger cord is thicker than the string on the pendulum.
Yeah. So do you see how long that string is? Do you see how long that string is and how little it's moving?
Bro. Charger
it's
cord
actually moving less, relatively speaking,
bro,
than the
charger cord is,
AirPod chargers were.
You can't even compare a charger cord on a charger to a pendulum and a ball. The pendulum, the charger cord is much thicker than the string.
Affects the rotation of the pendulum as it swings. Why?
You're gonna say so? You're saying if you had you're saying that the thickness of that charger.
Why does it happen?
Bro, the charger has not. The charger and the string are two different things. They move.
The charger and the string are two different things. Why does it happen? Explain it,
sir. You barely touched it. Like, come on, be real.
Okay.
You know.
It's irrelevant.
If you swing it like that pendulum was, if you push it like that swinging, the pendulum was swinging, it'll move all directions. You know this. That's why you pushed it a little bit. You pushed it like.
Wait, how is the pendulum swinging? The pendulum is swinging barely,
bro.
It's going like this,
sir. It was swinging like crazy at first when the videos first started. Why are you acting like it wasn't?
You
sir?
know
Look at that. What are you, bro? Come on now.
You know that's a time lapse, right? Are you an idiot, or are you just like blind? That's a time lapse.
Bro, you literally tapped the charger and it's a cord. You can't compare a charger cord to a string and a pendulum, right? Bro.
It's not actually going at that speed. You know that, right?
Sir, is there any way, sir? It doesn't matter. What I'm saying is that thing does not move without human assistance at all. And you know this.
Yeah, but how does that explain the rotation of the plane of oscillation?
It doesn't rotate. You keep saying it rotates. It doesn't.
Do you want to watch it again?
It goes sporadically in different directions. Everybody knows this is simple stuff.
Okay, hold on. Just to be clear, it's currently swinging back and forth in this direction, right, along that arrow, or slightly past that arrow.
You think that has anything? You think the Coriolis effect has something to do with that?
Now it's swinging back and forth in this direction. So no longer is it swinging in this direction, it's swinging in this direction. So why did it change its orientation of swing?
Because it could be a lot of things. It could be the way.
Yeah, you don't got anything, do you?
Listen, it could be the way that it's set up, the angle of it set up. It could be a little bit uneven. You never know. You never know.
The angle of what's
but to say that the gravity has anything to do, it could be weight. It could be weight distribution. It could be
how could weight distribution make something rotate?
It could be anything. You don't know. It could be like the weight of the thing. It could be like the way it's split up.
Why is it so predictable?
If you put it on a different angle, it could be a lot of factors.
Why is it so predictable?
What? Why is
it's so predictable?
It's not predictable.
Yeah, the rate at which it precesses, that's what it's called.
It's not predictable though. It could be like the angle. You know,
which it precesses.
It could be literally. It could be the string. Could be literally.
I gotta mute you for just a second. The rate at which it precesses depends only on the latitude that you're at. That's it. You can go like these Foucault pendulums, they exist in basically every university and most science centers. So you'll see them all over the place. You can go and time them. And if you just look up what your latitude is and plug it into the formula, you will get exactly how long it takes to actually precess. This is not some like unknown, unexplained thing. This is super well explained and super easy to understand once you realize that the Earth is a globe.
He mutes my mic when he getting killed.
I did mute your mic because you wouldn't let me finish a point.
Okay, I'll let you finish. Go ahead. You finish?
Yeah, did you listen?
Kinda, but are you finished?
Yeah, I did. Now, do you want to just summarize back to me what I said, just so I can check to make sure that you actually listened?
Sir, I understand that, but can we I have a question for you though.
Is it going to be about the Foucault pendulum?
I'm talking. This is a flat Earth chat. This is not a pendulum chat though.
Well, yeah. Even so this is the evidence for the rotation of the Earth.
Listen. Well, we already made two things clear. You said that it wouldn't stop moving.
Well, yeah. So
the Earth was flat. Boom, miss. You said, okay, now you say. Then you listen to it. You was like, what the hell?
I corrected myself.
I corrected myself. Then you said we
so long
agree
as it
that
has
it won't
energy,
move.
it will keep swinging. We agree on this, right?
We agree that it don't move without human assistance, right?
Or I mean, you could get like an electronic device to do it too.
It won't move without assistance.
Yeah. You have to get it. You have to get it swinging somehow, right? Once it's swinging, the rotation is the relevant effect that I'm talking about, and it doesn't seem like you understand that.
No, bro. Look, it wasn't, bro. That thing spins and moves anywhere once. It slows down.
Do you just think that pendulums behave randomly?
You literally tapped the charger a little bit. It was like, see?
Okay, so just to be clear, do you think that pendulums are like not well explained?
Go back to the charger. Go pick the charger up and do it again. Do that again.
Sure.
Grab the charger. Stand back up like you did. Let me show you something. Look. All right, move the charger. Spin it. Hit the charger again. Hit it again. Hit it again.
I'm just making sure.
Even though the charger has nothing. All right, hit it again. All right, hit it. Move it. Go.
So.
No. Move it farther than that. All right, now look. Watch. No, watch. Don't watch. Don't touch it.
Swinging back and forth.
Where's the damn spin, bro? What are you talking about, bro? The thing should be saying the way you talk about the thing should be moving all over up and left and right, up and down now.
Not
Boom!
really.
This shit stop, bro. You see this?
So
This shit literally
you
stopped.
understand
So
that
what you
the
said,
rate...
it did nothing like the pendulum. It did nothing like the pendulum did.
Okay, so clearly
Bro,
you don't understand. So do you know how long the pendulum precession process
literally
takes?
Stopped with the...
Do you know how long the pendulum precession process takes?
Why didn't the Coriolis affect that? Why didn't the Coriolis affect that thing?
The pendulum precession
Why didn't the
rate...
Coriolis affect that thing that you just spent?
It's just very, very small, right? That's why it takes a long time, and that's why they need a time lapse. Do you understand that this is a time lapse, not real time?
Do y'all see this?
Do you understand that this is a time lapse, not real time?
Sir, I just killed you with your own experiment.
Do you understand that this is a time lapse, not real time?
Sir, I just killed you with your own experiment, sir.
Do you understand that this is a time lapse, not real time?
Did I just not kill you with your own experience?
No. Do you understand that this is a time lapse?
Sir, get back up. Do it again. Do it again. Do it again so people can see.
Please answer my question. Clearly, you're not in good faith if you can't answer my question.
Sir, do it again. Do it again. You just did it again.
If you can't answer my question.
I bet you can't stand up and do it again. Stand up and do it again.
Are you incapable of answering a question honestly?
I bet you can't stand up and do it. You just get
Are you
your own
incapable of
experiment just
answering a
failed on
question
you, bro.
honestly?
Did y'all see it swing back and forth the way he touched it?
It sounds like a no, so I'll just explain it again. So this is a time lapse. This video, you can even see it in the top. This is a time lapse, right? So this is taking place over a very long period of time, over the course of up to more than a day. Now, if you want the formula for it, the formula for the full rotation of the pendulum's plane is 2 pi divided by the rotation rate of the Earth times the sine of phi. Now, the sine of phi, and we can look at the precession rate, which is just the inverse of the
your
rotation
experiment
rate.
failed, bro. You failed your own experiment.
Hold on, we're not done. We're not done. You're still getting lectured to. So the precession rate gets smaller the closer your latitude gets to 0 degrees. Sorry, the closer your latitude gets to the equator. And so the precession rate will always be smaller than the rotation rate of the Earth. So it'll always take at least 24 hours to make one full loop. So when I was swinging this for 15 seconds.
Okay, if that's the case, then why even do that experiment? If that's the case, then why even do that experiment?
Any measurable amount of precession.
Sir, then why even do that? Why even show that demonstration then?
Yeah,
if that's the case. Now you're trying to change the illustration.
The purpose of the demonstration.
Why even show that demonstration if you're saying it takes 24 hours?
You have to stop talking so I can give you an explanation, okay?
You can't even.
Okay, I'll give you an explanation. I'm going to have to mute you so then you can hear the explanation. So the reason I showed you that was because you made the claim that if you take a pendulum and you swing it, it'll just go in random directions. But that's not true, and I showed that to you with a pendulum. It just goes
cut out
back and forth in a predictable way.
Sir, I said when you move the pendulum, it'll sway the direction you pushed it at. It'll keep swaying until it loses momentum. Momentum. Then once it loses momentum, it'll go any direction. That's what I said.
So in this time period between here,
bro, he clearly failed in his own experiment, y'all.
So let's look at this claim.
Can you stand up and do that demonstration again, please?
So hold on. You made the claim that as it loses momentum, if its momentum gets smaller, it'll start to swing in random directions. Now let me ask you, it's initially swinging back and forth in this direction here, along this line. Now, as the day goes on, it still has its momentum, but it's rotating. So is it really true that as the thing loses momentum, it'll start to swing in random directions? Apparently not. And even using my demonstration, as the thing loses directions, it doesn't start to move in random direction. Sorry, as it loses momentum, it doesn't start to move in random directions. It just slows down.
Sir.
It doesn't start to spin. And the fact that this is predictable with a very simple formula means that it's not some random effect.
Sir. I killed you on your. I'm done. It was nice talking to you, but can I change subject to something else?
Go stretch for your marathon. I know you'll need it.
I'm not running.
I thought you said you were done for me.
I was, but then I hear people talking in the chat.
Yeah, because I called you out for running. Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
I'm not gonna run. I'm gonna stay for a little bit. I got like.
Sure. Okay, so you got blasted on topic 1. We can move on to the second topic.
I got 13 more minutes. Yeah,
sure.
Okay, let me ask you something, sir.
Sure, go ahead.
Let me ask you something. Okay, so. Do you believe in the Artemis? Do you believe they went to the moon Artemis mission? Do you believe in the Artemis 2 mission?
Yeah, I think we have really good reason to think so.
Can you? Okay, now I'm about to ask you something. I need you to explain this.
Sure, you are.
I don't understand this. Okay. So, you know the rocket.
Yep.
It sits there until it takes off. When it takes off and it goes through the atmosphere, all the rocket propulsion, all the propulsion systems and everything just breaks off, right?
No, not all of the propulsion systems.
No, but listen.
So you have the first set of boosters. The boosters will separate, and then you have the main engine. The main engine will fire for a while. until they get into the relevant orbit, and then they'll ditch that, and then they'll have another rocket.
When I seen the NASA, you can go. Can you look at the video? The NASA Are you able to pull up the NASA video of how they?
Is there something specific that you want me to pull up?
Like, you know how they just show can they like show like the CGI the image of how they like the video of how they like. You were being very non-specific. Be specific. Can you show a video? Don't you know the NASA has a CGI video of how they actually left Earth orbit? Basically, how the Artemis mission, how the Artemis rocket took off. Huh? You just mean like a diagram? No, go to the video. Go to the video of NASA showing how the Artemis mission, the Artemis. Are you talking about like the video, like when they saw it, like when we all watched it launch, or what are you looking for? No, you know how NASA always puts CGI and show. This is how the Artemis took off. When it shoots up in the sky, are you talking about like a diagram? Break off. Then what is remain is the it's like a video NASA shows. I've seen it. I can't like give you the link. I don't know the name of it, but I seen the link. Anyways, we don't know that. Anyway, so okay, when the ship shoots off all the components. Now you saying not all of them. A lot of the components break off. The propulsion system, the rockets and all that break off. What can you tell me what remains after that? So I know I seen when I looked on NASA, the NASA video, all I seen was the cockpit. So like 3 or 4 minutes into launch, or maybe it was like 10 minutes, I don't know. It was shortly after launch, the boosters on the side break off. They don't break off, they're like ejected. But and then I'd have to go look at their flight profile, but I imagine that the main booster probably detached by the time they got to Earth orbit, or just before they got to Earth orbit. Listen. And then they had a third stage. They had a third stage, which would be enough to get them to the moon. Can you explain to me how to get back on Earth? Because I want you to explain how to get back from Earth. Okay, listen. The Earth is moving around the sun at 67,000 miles an hour. Can you tell me the top speed of the spaceship? Like, what's the spaceship top speed? Relative to what? Just tell me this. What's the maximum speed of the spaceship that can like relative to what? That's like about the maximum Artemis. How fast the top speed of Artemis? Relative to what? Just tell me the top speed of Artemis. That's all I want to know. Speeds are relative. How fast can it go? Like as fast? Like if it go like I think it's like what 27,000, 30,000. Speeds are relative. So if you want the speed relative to Earth, then it was like 25,000 miles an hour or something relative to Earth. But and how fast is the Earth moving? Relative to what? Relative to Earth, it's moving at 0 miles an hour. No, how fast is the Earth moving around the sun? Relative to what? How fast is the Earth rotating around the sun? Do you not understand my question? Sir, how fast is the Earth rotating around the sun? I'm asking for clarification. Relative to what? How fast does the Earth rotate around the sun? Is a simple question. Relative to what? Speeds are always relative. Sir, do you understand that? You can give me any definition any way you want to put it. Do you want the speed relative to the Earth? Because then it's 0. Sir, how fast does the sun rotate around the Earth? I mean, the Earth rotates around the sun. Relative to the Earth, it's 0. He can't answer the question. How fast does the sun rotate around? How fast does the Earth rotate around the sun? Relative to the Earth, it's 0. How fast does the Earth rotate around the sun? Do you want relative to Artemis? Relative to Artemis, sir, it depends on the stage of the launch. How fast does the Earth rotate around the sun? Can you just give me a simple answer? Relative to like Pluto? Oh, we not okay. Like, we not take Artemis out of. We're not even talking about relative to what? Sir, we're not even. Imagine Artemis never lifted off. Okay, listen. Imagine Artemis never lifted off. We're not even talking about Artemis. How fast does the Earth rotate around the sun? Relative to what? Oh my God, he can't. You see this, guys? It's an easy question. He can't answer it. Do you know that speeds are relative? Sir, forget. Okay, tell me. Okay, give me relative to whatever you want it to be. Yeah. How fast so relative to the Earth, it's 0 miles an hour. Oh my God. So you're saying that the sun? So you're basically saying we're not moving. Relative to the Earth, yeah. Bro. Yeah, that's like the whole point, sir. Okay, look, relative to what? Should I say relative to the sun? How fast are? How fast there you go. You did it. Okay, how fast? Okay, how fast? Because you knew what I was saying. You just wanted to be technical. I just wanted you to actually show that you know what you're talking about, which clearly you didn't. I knew what I was talking about, but I thought you would be. I didn't think you would actually do that. Okay, how fast is the Earth rotating around the sun? Relative to the sun. I think it's like 67,000 miles per hour or something, but I can look it up if you want. So sorry, you knew exactly what I was talking about, but you did this whole. All right. Anyways, okay, we get it. You said 67,000 miles an hour, right? And you just told me that Artemis top speed is what? Would you say 27,000 miles an hour? Relative to what? Whatever to the you said the Earth, right? Yeah. Yeah. So can you explain to me how can the Earth move at 67,000 miles an hour
relative to the sun?
And Artemis only can move at 27,000 miles an hour.
Relative
so can you explain to me how they
get back
relative to Can you explain to me how Artemis catches the Earth?
Yeah. Because the Artemis moves at like 82,000 miles an hour and 42,000.
That's not true, sir.
I'm not done. Let me finish my sentence. Relative to the sun, Artemis is capable of moving somewhere between 42 and 82,000 miles an hour, depending on what direction it's going in.
Sorry. So can you look that up for me? You saying Artemis move? What you say, Paul? Did you just say Artemis move how fast?
Relative to the sun.
But we're talking about the moon, though. We're not talking.
Then
we're talking about the moon.
Why are we bringing up the speed relative to the sun for the Earth?
Because you told me to. What the hell? You literally said
it was what you asked for.
I wasn't even trying to talk about the sun.
You're trying to compare a speed relative to the sun to a speed relative to the Earth.
Bro.
You're not making a comparison between two things that are. This is like apples and oranges rather than apples and apples.
Listen, sir. You literally asked why did I bring up the sun when we had a whole 2 minutes when I was talking about the speed. You made me basically bring up the sun.
I didn't make you bring up anything.
Relative to what? Relative to what? Relative to what?
And I finally said the sun. I gave you an answer. You just wanted a specific number. You just wanted a specific number. I mean, that's not my fault.
Sir, they see this. You playing games. Okay, ask the question.
What's happening.
Tell me how the rocket returns to Earth. I want to know.
It swings around the moon.
Where's the field? Where's the field to do this? That's what I want to know.
What field? The moon has a gravitational field. The Earth has a gravitational. Oh, fuel. It doesn't require fuel to swing around the moon.
So you're trying to say from the gravitational pull? You're trying to say the gravitational? Yeah. Explain it. Okay, explain it. Go ahead.
Yeah. So the Earth has a gravitational pull that reaches out pretty far. In fact, it includes the moon. The moon also has a gravitational pull. It's weaker because it's smaller. As the rocket gets closer to the moon, the strength of the gravitational pull on the moon or on the rocket from the moon gets bigger, and the strength of the gravitational pull on the rocket from the Earth gets smaller because it's getting further away. So as it approaches the moon, it's still under the influence of Earth's gravity, but as it approaches the moon's gravity whips it around it. And once it gets whipped around it, it's going too fast to stay in orbit around the moon. So it goes back towards Earth. And once it goes back towards Earth, eventually, the Earth's gravity takes over and it falls.
Sorry, you know they said it rotate. You just said it's so fast that it can't rotate around the moon again, right?
Yeah, it was going too fast.
You know NASA said they rotated around the moon twice, right?
No, they didn't.
Look it up.
They went around the Earth once, or they went around the Earth twice. Yeah.
Oh, well, yeah, that's what I meant. So you're saying that's what I meant. I meant Earth,
not the moon.
I meant Earth.
Right.
Yeah. But look, so you're saying that.
Can you admit that you were wrong? That you misspoke?
Listen,
can you admit that you were wrong? Do you admit that you were wrong?
Yeah, no, I was mistaken. I was mistaken like you.
Okay, so you want me to bring that up for the next 20 minutes?
No, yeah, you can bring it up. Go ahead. I meant you know what I meant.
I'll just keep interrupting you. I'll just keep interrupting you for like the next 20 minutes to bring out how you thought that we went around the moon twice.
But I meant the Earth. I meant the Earth. Sir.
I know you meant the Earth, but you did screw up, so you lost the debate because you said that we went around the moon twice, right? Okay, we're 1-1 screwing up. We're 1-1 screwing. We even. Well, we're not even. I got I'm up 2. You up 2-1. Did you misspeak again? Did you misspeak again? Okay, so I'll bring both of those up for the next 20 minutes.
Okay, listen, sir. Okay, so you're saying this is what you're saying. Listen. You're saying that the gravitational it rotates. The Artemis is rotating around the Earth twice, right? It rotates around the Earth twice, right?
Goes around the Earth twice, yeah.
Yes, and then
but how many times does it go around? How many times does it go around the moon? Tell me.
Well, once.
Oh, okay. But you said it was twice. So you admit that you were wrong?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, listen, sir. Hold on. I want to give a formal apology for you for messing up, for saying that it rotated around the moon twice, when I honestly, in my heart, meant that it rotated around the Earth twice. I'm sorry. From my deepest soul.
I'm sure that you're very, very sorry. It doesn't mean I'm not going to bring it up. Anyway, go ahead. Continue.
My heart hurts right now, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, this is too much. I need a moment. Hold on.
Yeah. Take a moment of silence for Troy. For Troy's debate prowess.
Okay, we back. All right, we back. All right, so look. So you're saying that the Earth, the Artemis is rotating around the Earth twice, right? With its gravitational pull. Which gravitational pull? Yeah, honestly, gravitational. Listen, look, guys. Gravitational pull can't even be proven. You can't even prove it. It's not even a real thing. But we're gonna act like it's real.
I mean, sure you can.
If that's the case, if gravitational pull was real, bro, you would see a whole bunch of skinny people rotating around BBWs. Like, come on now, if that was actually real. But anyways, we're talking about
right now. Are you being serious?
Okay, that was just a joke, bro. But anyways, look. So,
how you said, like how it was a joke that the Artemis went around the moon twice.
Yeah, for sure. I just made a formal apology, bro.
Yeah, I know. Doesn't mean I'm not going to bring it up anyway.
Okay. Oh, anyways, okay. So Artemis is spinning around the moon, right? What you said with no fuel or with fuel? You said no fuel. I thought I heard you say no fuel.
So once they left low Earth orbit, well, technically they did kind of two swings. One of them was in low Earth orbit, the next one was in medium Earth orbit. But then once they left medium Earth orbit, they just basically shut off the engines and they swung around the moon and then came back.
With no fuel, right?
Yeah. Why would they need fuel?
Oh my God. Okay. It's okay. No fuel, right?
Yeah, why would they need would they need fuel?
Okay, the engines are off, right? No fuel, right?
I mean, maybe they had some like minor adjustments, but they weren't firing the thrusters.
They relying solely on the gravitational pull to get home, right?
They were relying slowly on
no fuel at all, right?
Yeah. Yep.
No fuel. Okay.
I mean, like maybe they used the attitude adjusters or something,
right?
But
no fuel.
Well, they weren't
backtracking now. Is it fuel or not?
I mean,
no fuel or not?
You want me to answer honestly? I will answer honestly.
Oh,
my understanding is that my understanding is that they didn't use the main engine at all, but it's possible that they used some like hypergolic fuel to like make attitude adjustments to like orient themselves in different ways. That I don't know. But they didn't use the rocket, like the main rocket that pushes them forward. They didn't use that once they were along the right trajectory.
Okay. Thanks. Okay. So you're saying that the rocket is rotating around the Earth twice. Then once they make two complete rotations, it blasts off, going directly to the moon, right?
So they go once around the Earth. At one particular part of the orbit, they burn their they burn their engine for a bit to raise their orbit a little bit. Then they go another time around, and then again at that same place they burn again, and then they make their way to the moon. That's my understanding of their trajectory, but I could go look it up for you if you wanted me to.
Okay, so it's heading to the moon, right? It's heading to the moon. No fuel. Engines off.
Yep.
Going straight to the moon, just by the gravitational pull of the.
In principle, yeah, that's possible.
Okay, so it's going to the moon. Think about it. It's going to the moon.
Going to the moon.
Keep going. Oh, it's caught in the gravitational pull.
Yeah.
Keep going. Oh shit!
Keep going.
It's going all the way around. It turns all the way around.
It swings around the moon. Right? Swings around the moon.
It turns all the way around. Then it swings back, hitting to the Earth. That's what you're saying, right?
Yeah.
So, okay, why swinging back, right?
That's the moon's gravity.
Is the Earth? How fast is the Earth going again?
Relative to what?
To the sun. How fast is the Earth going again?
Oh, like 67.
So the Earth is the Earth standing there with his arms like, come on, baby, come back home, or is the Earth moving or not?
Relative
so all
to
this,
what?
you guys, you NASA
sun,
guys are acting like. But listen, your NASA guys are acting like the Earth is stationary. Everything is stationary. When you look at all the NASA CGI and all the NASA film, it's not. The flat Earth is stationary. You just admitted the Earth is stationary.
Relative to the Earth, of course the Earth is stationary. A thing is always stationary relative to itself.
So you're a flat Earther then. The Earth is stationary. This guy just admitted the Earth is stationary, right?
Relative to itself, everything is stationary.
So you're saying we're not moving. We're not moving right now, right?
Motion is always relative.
Sir, are we moving right now? You don't understand that?
You're not following?
You just said the Earth is stationary.
Relative to what?
Is the Earth? Sir, is the Earth? You just admitted the Earth is stationary.
Relative to itself. Obviously.
Sir, are we moving or not? You keep saying relative
to
is the Earth
what?
moving or not?
Motion is relative. You're doing it again. You're struggling.
You just admitted the Earth is stationary. Thank you, sir.
Relative to itself, obviously.
You're a flat earther, sir.
I'm a flat earther. Yeah. And you don't know how many times Artemis went around the moon.
The Earth is stationary. You just admitted it.
Relative to itself, yeah. Relative to the moon, relative to the sun, relative to Pluto, it's not.
Anyways, like I was saying. Hold on, I'm about to go. What?
I know you're about to go.
No, hold on real quick. All right, hold on. All right, anyways. But yeah, the Earth is, so you're basically saying the Earth is moving. But, I mean, the Earth is not moving. That's what you're saying. So you're a flat earther, basically. You're a flat.
No, I mean, it is moving, but it's also not moving. It just depends on what it's relative to. You said
it's stationary, sir.
Relative to itself, it's stationary. Relative to the sun, it's moving. Relative to the moon, it's moving.
To itself.
Yeah, relative to itself. You left out a word there. It's a very important word.
Okay, the Earth is not moving relative to itself.
Do you know what relative means?
Okay, explain to me. Explain to me relative.
Wait a minute, sir. I'm having this whole conversation and you just don't know what this word means?
I'm a smooth brain. Can you explain it?
True. Very true. Clipped going at the beginning of the YouTube video. That's going to be the intro clip. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. You're making me famous. Go ahead.
You're welcome. Yeah, so what relative to means is that you compare the distance between some point of origin, that's the thing that you're relative to, and the thing that you are measuring the speed or the position of. So if I am measuring the distance of the Earth relative to the sun, I fix the sun at the origin. I treat that as my origin point, and then I look how the Earth is. I look at the position of the Earth relative to that origin. So I imagine that the sun is not moving, and then I look at how the Earth is moving from the sun's perspective. And so if the Earth is moving in the sun's perspective, then there's some speed relative to the sun. But from the Earth's perspective, it's not moving at all. And from the moon's perspective, it is moving, but in a different way. What relative to means is that you put yourself in the perspective of the thing that you're relative to, and then you look at objects in space, or objects on a train, or objects on a plane, and you can look at how the motion, how the position of those objects changes from different perspectives. Does that make sense?
Honestly, it's just a bunch of mental gymnastics you're doing right now.
Okay. Yep.
But I got you to admit that.
Cliche.
But look. Honestly, it was a good talking to you, sir. I think I won. You think you won? It was a nice debate. Thanks. But
I'm sure.
yeah.
I'm sure.
But
just remember, how many times did Artemis go around the moon?
Once.
That was a cute laugh. All right. Let us. That is going 100% going up on YouTube. That was good content, and also, like, hopefully you guys now understand relativity a little bit. Like, even Galilean relativity is fairly straightforward. Anyway, let's read some super chats, and then we'll bring up our next guest. From Unfornicated with the $5. Fair. Granted, you don't get many good faith, honest questions in your live streams. Color me jaded and cynical. Yeah, that's you can say that again, right? From L'Oreal Ashley, sending 5 Dr. Blitz Debunks gift memberships. That's huge. And you know what that means? It means that 5 new people on the Dr. Blitz Debunks YouTube channel now will have access to emojis, and you'll have access to my debate notes, which have basically all of the arguments that I use, all of the sources that I use, all of the video links that I use, all of the studies that I use for all of the debates that I do. Basically, all of it exists on my debate notes, and now 5 people, thanks to L'Oreal Ashley, have access to those. It's like $4 or $5 a month. So if it's something that you're interested in doing to support me, and you want to get access to these debate notes, if you're ever trying to argue with your cousin who's a flat earther or something like that, that's the way to do it. From Mechaneering with the $20, very, very generous. I appreciate you, Mechaneering. Blitz, I love you, but that KSP gameplay was rough. I'm going to show you some real skill while dressed as a French maid. It's a fundraiser thing, don't ask. This is a challenge, prepare yourself. What? Look, so, I haven't played KSP in like 10 years, or maybe 8 years or something like this. B, I'm doing it without any mods. C, I'm trying to make it entertaining. From Ekipo with the €2. Oh, my favorite clown show is on. From Cody with the $10. Caller went from it's gonna rotate to see, it didn't rotate pretty quick. Also, rip Jeb. I know. Rest in peace, Jeb. But because we were in sandbox mode, Jeb respawned after 2 hours. I didn't know that. From Juso here with the €2. Can't explain anything without crayons to one of these. Maybe I should get a box of crayons just in case. And like when necessary, I can just eat them or something, you know? From Macro Psu with the $2. Shut up about the sun. Shut up about the sun. Yeah, he really doesn't want me to talk about the sun, does he? I got delayed this weekend. I can help you get mods in 20 minutes, no headache. I know how to get mods. I used to play the game very heavily modded. I'm playing the game vanilla because it's arguably more fun that way, or it's more interesting to watch. It's a new challenge, right? From Alexander Foy with the $5. In orbit, the Earth is flat because you are traveling in a straight geodesic path, not accelerating, and the surface stays at the same distance. Well, the Earth isn't flat. You are traveling along a geodesic path, but the Earth isn't flat. It's still topologically spherical. From Nektu with the $2. This ain't a fair fight. Dr. Blitz is conscious. Yeah. Maybe if he tried really hard, he could rub his 2 brain cells together. From Whatcast with the £2. It's much appreciated. From Darren with the $2. Troy doesn't understand what relative means. Yeah, I caught on to that a while after we had already started the conversation. From Garain with the $2. Reference frames are beyond any FLERFS capability. You don't even need reference frames. You can just tell them like from the perspective of, and that'll help. From Unfornicated with the $5, that last caller was a Micro Machine commercial of science illiterate. What does this mean? That last caller was a Micro Machine commercial of science illiteracy. Can we rematch on 2x speed? I guess, if you want to rewatch it on 2x speed. From Empiricist with the $2, you'd think FLERFs are quite familiar with relatives. Oh, you did there. From Squirrel with the $5, simple relativity visual on a merry-go-round. One at the center, one at the rim, and one standing on the side. Yeah. From Nectu, we salute Jeb, even though he came back after... honestly, it was a brilliant flight. The only trouble is that he forgot to put his landing gears down. And by he, I mean me. But otherwise, we were doing great. I need to lower guest mic by 2 or up yours. Okay. Yeah, he was pretty loud. Sorry about that. I'll take that into account. Thank you for the swan, Retracted Peter. That's a funny name, too. Much appreciated. All right, let's bring up our next guest. Sorry, just gotta make sure that these are all up. It doesn't look like Voke is in the guest chat. Oh, or it doesn't look like he's in the guest box, rather. So I'm just, yeah, so Voke isn't here, so I'm just going to bring up, I don't know, Jonathan? Jonathan, how's it going?
It is a wonderful evening.
Glad to hear it, Jonathan. What shape do you think the Earth is, bud?
I believe that the Earth is flat.
Why?
So, and I need to be honest, I'm not a scientist, I'm not a scholar, I'm not much into that. I just believe the Earth is flat because I can't trust a lot of these videos, man. I feel like I need to see it for myself. And I know I saw the Foucault pendulum thing, but like I don't know. I think there's too much to gain for big science and big media to have the Earth being. I know it's
what's the gain?
It's foolish.
What's the gain here?
What's the gain is to hold people and to prevent people, to control people.
In what way? What's being prevented? What's being controlled?
That I can't give you a straight answer to.
So why do you think that there's any control that's happening here to begin with?
The only reason I think there could be control is, once again, there's be something to gain.
But you don't know what there is to gain.
Yeah, because they control the narrative. They control the media.
So it seems like you're saying you don't trust it because there's too much to be gained, but you don't know what there is to be gained. So how do you know that there's too much?
Well, could I give you an example? I'm not going to say this exists and this is definitive, but
sure,
like,
yeah.
I want to give you a hypothetical.
Sure.
All right, so I've seen like the ice wall theory, right? That's something I don't personally believe with, but I could see it being true.
Why?
Because there's enough resources, there's enough power, there's enough, like, you know, I this is a quick anecdote, but I went to that, it's in New York City, it has a bunch of warships and shit, and I don't think there is any single private entity, single person who could ever overcome something like that. So
what
just
does that have to do with the ice wall stuff?
Having such a powerful entity like that, a single person can never go and see the ice wall, correct?
A powerful entity like what? The ice wall isn't in New York.
Well, no, like the government. I'm talking about the Navy.
What? The Navy isn't around Antarctica. You can go there. You can buy a private trip to Antarctica. No, the Navy doesn't patrol Antarctica.
Oh, that's pretty cool. Wait, how much does that cost?
Not cheap. It depends on what you do. Cruises, I think, run more than $10,000, and you can take a cruise to Antarctica. There are private trips that you can like fly there, but that's gonna be like 40 grand per person.
Okay.
So like it's definitely not cheap.
It's like I'd have to say
it is doable. It is doable.
Okay.
But like, what's the power that they get, or what do they gain from keeping us thinking that the Earth is a sphere? And keep in mind, this isn't governments. This is like science, not governments.
Well, in my mind, what they'd have to gain is, and I know it's you say it's science, and
because keep in mind, scientists don't all work for governments. Scientists that do work for governments work for different governments, opposing governments, right? So what's to be gained?
Well, you could have resources, right? Like, I'd use that for like the first example. They could use it to like divvy up resources.
That's fine, like, but then your argument, but you don't know that there's extra resources. You're speculating. So your argument is you can't believe the evidence because there's too much to be gained, but you don't know how much there is to be gained because you're speculating about how much there is to be gained. So how does this argument work? The argument can't function if you don't know that there is a lot to be gained by, you know, these scientists from hiding that we live on a flat Earth.
Well, how do I know that there isn't? You know, I know it's stupid, but like I feel like I can turn that argument.
If you're the one making the claim that there is something to be gained by hiding the shape of the Earth, then you need to have some reason for believing that.
My reasoning is that they're so adamant about it, you know?
Adamant about, like, look, they're adamant. Scientists are adamant about a lot of things because some things are true, right? Like, why would scientists be adamant about how, I don't know, bacteria, like, what is it? There's a bacteria that caused, like, the Black Plague or whatever. I forget what it's called. Yersinia pestis, I think. Whatever, some bacteria that caused the Black Plague. Why are scientists so adamant about that? Because it did cause the Black Plague. Or actually, I think maybe it was a parasite. Whatever it was. Like, we know true. So there are things that are true that we know, and so scientists are going to be adamant about it because it's true.
Well, that's all like fine and dandy and all, but like, how do I know it's true? How do I know they're not lying to me?
You can make these measurements. You can make these measurements yourself.
Then what's something I know, but like, what's something I could do to prove the Earth is round, like by myself? Like, could I make the
what part of the world do you live in? No, you don't even have to do that. What part of the world are you in?
I live in New York.
Okay, so you're in New York. Do you have any friends in, say, California?
No.
Any friends in any other part of the world?
No. I have relatives in Montana.
Okay, relatives in Montana. Great. Okay, so what you can do you have any other relatives anywhere else?
I don't think so.
Okay, it's fine. You don't need it. So what you can do is you can call up one of your relatives on the phone. Make sure that it's daytime for both of you so you can both see the sun. Make sure it's clear out. Then stick a stick into the ground and make sure the stick is the same length. So get like, I don't know, like a classroom ruler that's like, I don't know, 3 feet long, whatever it is, like a yardstick. Stick it in the ground. Make sure it's vertical and measure the length of the shadow at the exact same time while you're on the phone with your relatives, right? Make sure that they do the same. Then you're going to measure the lengths of the shadows. Now, from the lengths of those shadows and the fact that you stuck a yardstick into the ground, you can figure out where the sun is supposed to be if the Earth is flat, right? If the Earth is flat, and I can just draw you a picture really quick. Yeah, let me actually just draw you a picture because it'll be easier to explain without just me gesturing with my hands. And I'm not going to go into the details of like math or anything like that. I'm just going to like lay out the diagram. So imagine that the Earth is flat, right? Here's the flat Earth. You are going to stick a, sorry, I just need to make this thinner. You're going to stick a yardstick into the ground here. Let's say it's here rather. And your family in Montana, obviously not to scale, they're going to stick a yardstick into the ground here, right? Same size yardstick. And what that yardstick's going to do is it's going to cast a shadow. So let's say that the sun is like wherever it is, somewhere over the sky or somewhere in the sky over the yardstick. So the shadow cast by your, the shadow that your family will measure in Montana will be that big. The shadow cast by you, by your yardstick, will be that big. See how your yardstick has a longer shadow than your relatives in Montana?
Mm-hmm.
So using the lengths of those shadows, you can actually figure out how high above the ground the sun is. It involves a little bit of math, but you could like ask ChatGPT to figure it out for you, right? Whatever you need. And just say like, assume the Earth is flat. I have a stick here. I have a stick here. They're the same length. They have the same, the shadow lengths are this and this. Determine where the sticks were in this direction so that you can figure out like making sure that they're pointing at the same place. Or sorry, the shadows were in this direction, so they're pointing in the same direction. Notice how the shadows, by the way, are pointing. They're both pointing in the direction towards the sun, right? They're not pointing away from the sun because that's how shadows work. And so you can figure out how high above the ground the sun is. Now do this a few times over the course of a day and over the course of a year, and you'll find that the sun is never at the same height. And in fact, what you'll find is that if you got a third person doing this at the exact same time, you wouldn't be able to come to a consistent height, because if you, for any pair of people that make this measurement and calculate how high the sun is, you'll get a different value for how high the sun is. So what this means is that something about our assumptions are wrong, because the sun can't be in 2 places at once, right? It can't be in 3 places at once, 5 places at once. There's one sun. So what that means is one of our assumptions was wrong, and it turns out the assumption is that the Earth is flat. That's the wrong assumption. If you don't assume the Earth is flat, if you instead assume that it's a sphere and that the sun is very far away, the shadows will all make perfect sense. All of the math will check out.
I have a quick question. Let's assume like the Earth is round and stuff, right? So we hear like the universe is accelerating and stuff, right?
Yeah, sure.
And just, all right, bear with me. So I have a question. So if the universe is accelerating, is it going at the same speed, or is it going slower, or is it going faster? And what will happen at that? Like if it goes
same
faster,
speed as what?
Is the acceleration increasing in rate? There we go.
That's not known.
Or does it stay the same?
It's not known.
What happens if it's changing?
It'll just change the way that we understand, like, you know, cosmology. It doesn't really have anything to do with the shape of the Earth, though.
All right. I have one more question.
Yep.
How do you create an acid-base buffer?
I don't know.
All right. So what you want to do is you want to mix equal concentrations of the acid and the
Get out of here, Jonathan. I think he was trolling, right? Or was he about to describe how to make a certain kind of illicit substance? I don't know which one. Either he was a troll and he was like a chemist, or he knows how to make a specific kind of illicit substance, right? I don't know which one it is. No, I'm just an AP Chem. Okay, fair. But why were you telling me that? It was completely unrelated. Okay, actually, I don't think he was a troll. I think that he was just an AP Chem, but that also makes him a young person because he's still in high school. So I can't put him on YouTube, which is fine. He wasn't rude. He just asked some questions. From Daniel Warholm with the 5 Canuck bucks. You and I may disagree on God, but at least we agree that the Earth is a sphere. # flat Earth theory dead. I agree. We don't have to agree on God, but what we can agree on is we can agree on the shape of the Earth. I'm glad we can at least agree on that. From Andy Cutright with the $2. How can I know? Read some books. Yeah, that's fair. Very fair. And from Game Master Flash with the $5, how are there still people who believe this? Really? Right in front of my Artemis 2? Keep living my worst nightmare, Blitzy. I will keep you living your worst nightmare so that you don't have to. That's why I do this. All right. Now, we have somebody who is very much a young earther, but I don't think that they are a flat earther, so I'm just going to double check. They've been begging to talk with me for a while. Otsmoose, are you a flat earther?
No.
Okay, well then we'll have to talk at a later date. Thanks for being here.
But the Earth is essentially.
All right, let's talk to Old MacDonald. Okay, we should be good. Let's talk to Old MacDonald. Old MacDonald, how's it going?
How's it going, sir?
I'm doing okay. Old MacDonald, what shape do you think the Earth is?
I'm under the impression that it's a plane of existence, a topographical plane.
Why are you under that impression?
But you already knew that.
Well, I mean, I just wanted to make sure that you're not coming up to
I know you
glaze.
want to debate flat earthers, but I know you have like time for different lives. But since I caught you, I wanted to talk to you about black holes, if that's all the same to you.
But you don't think black holes are real?
I didn't say that. I just said I wanted to talk to you about them.
Well, right, but like, do you think that black holes are real?
We observe things in the sky that are assumably to be black holes. So again, can I ask you questions about them, or
well, is it just because like? So
again,
is it just like you're just
would you
curious?
like me to come back another time? Yes, I'm curious. Yes.
Okay. Then feel free to ask these questions during the Ask a Physicist Day. Those are the days for that.
Yeah. Great. Okay.
Take care.
Fair point.
Also, I don't understand why a flat earther would be curious about black holes. They don't think that they're real. right? So like that's a little bit perplexing to me. From Neural Void with the 10 pounds, very much appreciated, bud. Wind turbines look shorter at the horizon because distance shrinks appearance. Earth's curvature hides the lower parts first, and atmospheric refraction can distort or lift the image. Distance doesn't, well, distance shrinks total size, but the reason why the bottom isn't visible is because it's behind the Earth's curvature. All right, let's talk to Bitter. The name is a little bit sussy, but you know, we'll make do.
Yeah.
Bitter, how's it going?
Yeah, it's going good.
What shape do you think the Earth is, Peter?
Yeah, it's a round one.
It's a round ball?
I'm not a flat.
Okay.
It's a round one.
Okay, well, but then I gotta let you go because this is opposition only, right? Sorry to keep you waiting. Let's talk to Amon. Amon, how's it going?
How's it going, brother?
I'm doing all right. Amon, what shape do you think the Earth is?
I'm not quite sure on what shape it could be, but I don't think it is what they say it is, like a
So you don't think it's a ball?
Yeah, I don't think it's a ball.
Why not?
For starters, I guess you can say we don't have no real photos. I mean, everything on Google.
Why do you say that?
I mean, because have you seen a real photo of Earth from space?
Yeah.
Could you show me?
Yeah. Let me pull it up. Really famous. I don't know how you've never seen it.
It's famous?
Yeah, it's like mega famous.
Yo, really? I never
Oops,
heard of
that's the wrong diagram. The wrong window. Here it is. Yeah. Here's a photo.
Where's all the stars at? Why is it black?
Because the exposure is low.
Can you turn up the exposure?
No, it's a photo. You can't change the photo once it's been taken.
Okay, well, I don't know. That kind of looks fake to me. I ain't gonna lie.
How is it faked?
Oh, well, again, the exposure's low. Why do they have it low exposure? Why don't they just...
Because if the exposure was high, so that you could see the stars, then you wouldn't see like the stuff on the Earth. It would just be like a bright white blob.
Okay.
Right. The Earth reflects a lot of sunlight, and so it's bright. The distant stars are not bright.
Well,
there's a photo.
Why was almost every other photo they post up then like AI or fake?
I don't know which photos you're referring to that are AI or fake.
And just because you think it's real doesn't mean it's real. I mean, just showing a photo, again.
You made the claim that they're all fake. I showed you one that's like, it was taken in 1972 before Photoshop even existed.
And what, because they said it was taken in 1972?
People were alive when it was taken.
Okay. Still don't prove really much of anything.
It's a photo of the Earth being a sphere. Of course it does.
Here's another thing. All right. How cold is it in space?
Oh, God, that whiplash from the pivot, rapid fire pivot, really just gave me some. Anyway,
okay, no. We'll stay on that then. We'll stay on that.
Okay, sure.
All right. So back to the photos and stuff. Just because someone says it's real doesn't mean it's real. I mean, so won't they live stream?
Just because someone says it's fake doesn't mean it's fake.
If we could take pictures and call them,
they do live
while
stream.
they're in space in the old times. Well, nowadays, won't we do a live stream up there? Why can't
There's
they live
a 24/7 live stream from the International Space Station
of them showing space, not them in a fake fake green screen room of them actually in space?
Literally, yes.
Do you mind showing me?
Right here. Not a very interesting part, but we can. So, like, obviously, it's a live stream. Oh, this one's stopped. Here, we'll go find one that's active. Here's one that's active. They have a few different live streams that are running. Let me turn off the sound. So this one is, why is my browser's like acting up?
Wait, why is there a sound anyways if it's live stream?
It's music. Right,
they just put that over, I'm guessing?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So let me rewind a little bit. So here's part of it looking down. Then we can skip forward. And then that's not actually. Why is it all
black again? Where's all the?
That's the sky, and those dots. Those are dead pixels.
Is it still aiming at the Earth, or is this like
no? I mean like as you go around the Earth, the orientation doesn't change. So if it's at one point pointing at the Earth, at a later point it will be pointing at the sky. So
okay, so they have it in one fixed position.
And so there's a lot of live streams, by the way. There's a few that are hosted directly by NASA and a few that are hosted by other organizations that have camera feeds, right? So like here's another one from NASA.
This all still looks really fake. I ain't gonna lie to you.
What about it is fake?
Just looking at it, that don't look like no space.
Do you have any criteria? Well, but I mean, it's live, right?
Yeah.
So like, I don't know, man. How are they like? What are they doing that's faking it?
So what is they doing that's proving it to you? Just because it says it's live and it looks like it's real?
So
how is that proof?
Generally, like when you and I are if we were in, say, court, for example, if you can present a photo and you can present like where the photo was taken or who it was taken by, if you can account for the chain of custody, namely like from the origination of the photo to how it got to the court, like who was carrying it and who took it and all these details, then that's evidence. That is valuable evidence that is permissible in court. If the like opposing attorney says it's fake, the burden of proof is on them to prove it's fake.
I see what you're saying. Can't really prove it.
If you got something if you have like something in particular that you want to point out and be like, aha, that could not be real because XYZ reason.
Yeah.
Sure, then we can talk about that. But you can't just say, oh, it's fake. How do you prove it's real? Like we know what cameras these are filmed on. We know what organization it's like we have all this information.
I see where you're going. I can't really prove it's fake though, because I'm just.
So then why believe it's fake?
Why I believe it's fake? Well, again, there's many reasons. Here's a pivot. You know what I'm saying? For instance, again, how cold is it in space?
Depends on where you are.
Where you are. Okay, right when you leave the Earth, all the atmospheres, right? And you go out a couple miles or whatever, right there. You know what I'm saying? How cold is it in space?
There's not a hard cutoff where the atmosphere is done. So generally speaking, if you're in a vacuum, there's not really a temperature. You can approximate the temperature because it's not a perfect vacuum, but it doesn't really behave like a temperature that you would expect. If you're in the sunlight, you will melt.
Could you just look it up? Could you look it up how cold it is in space?
Yeah, okay.
Let's see what your scientist
I mean, I'm a scientist, so like I don't need to look this up because I can explain it to you. But if you want to just appeal to Google, we can do that as long as you promise that you'll believe Google when it gives you answers that you don't like.
Well, I'm just trying to get an answer. You're just saying.
I'm telling you that there's not a look. So in order for something to have a temperature, there must be stuff, right?
Okay.
Like you stick a thermometer in something, there must be stuff that's touching that thermometer in order to like a thermometer stuff touches it, bounces into it, and it makes the little thing go higher. If you're in space and there's nothing touching the thermometer, then what is its temperature? It doesn't have one if there's nothing.
So like there's no temperature in space is what you're saying?
Basically not. I mean, you can talk about like what the average kinetic energy of like the individual particles that zip around in space is, and can use that to come up with some sort of like pseudo temperature. And you can also find the temperature of like the cosmic microwave background radiation. You could figure out like how hot would something have to be to give off that much radiation, but there's not like some it wouldn't feel like you are in a room that's whatever temperature, right? Like that's not what is happening out in space.
All right, so that's what you say. If you don't mind, let's see what Google says.
What do you want me to Google? And by the way, do you promise that you're going to trust Google if it says something that you don't
I'm not going to promise anything. I'm just going to. I got something for you. Just look it up.
I'm asking, are you going to be a hypocrite? Will you believe Google if it says other?
No, I'm saying, are you going to argue with Google? Are you going to argue with the world?
Because Google, because Google gets things wrong sometimes.
Okay, so then why are we believing all these other things that you Google and look up?
I'm not Googling anything.
All right. So
I'm not relying on Google AI for this conversation.
Well, real quick then. So I've heard that space is freezing, below freezing, matter of fact. Is that false?
In some sense, yeah. Like if you are in direct sunlight, you will not freeze.
Okay,
or rather,
no sunlight.
Freeze,
no
but
sunlight.
You won't be cold.
Is it below freezing with no sunlight?
Is it below freezing? Are we talking about like the gases in space?
I'm talking about if I was in space in an astronaut suit, just floating around, no sunlight, would I be below freezing? Would I be cold? Or, you know what I'm saying? Would it be below freezing?
You would eventually freeze because there's nothing to heat you up.
So so it's below freezing because you can't just freeze for no reason, right?
Sure you can. Look, so the reason why things freeze is because they lose energy, right? And if there's no energy input to you, then and you give off energy just by existing, you will eventually lose your energy and cool down. It has nothing to do with what stuff is around you. It's just usually this doesn't happen like inside in like a room, because there is stuff around you like air that is constantly giving energy to your body.
Okay, what if I had a spacesuit constantly giving me air?
Yeah, then you'll be fine. As long as you're in a spacesuit.
So I would never freeze. I mean,
until the spacesuit like runs out of like
runs out of
power
air
or whatever.
Yeah, whatever it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So I guess all these things about them teaching it being freezing is just a lie.
Well, I mean, it's an oversimplification. Yeah.
Oversimplification. What do you mean by that? So it's either real or is it not? You know what I mean? It's either true or false. Is it freezing or not? I need to know.
It's strictly false, but it's
okay. So it's false.
But it's a useful concept to convey that things will freeze unless they're heated up in space, right?
All right, so you just said it yourself. Things will freeze unless they're heated up in space, right?
Yeah, but that doesn't mean that the space is what's causing it to be cold. It's just there's nothing causing them to be warm, right?
Yeah, I see what you're saying. All right, so what about all the satellites and whatnot in space that we have that nothing's giving it energy? So why is it not freezing and stopping?
The sun,
shattering because it's made of.
The sun gives them energy. In fact, actually, dissipating heat is actually a problem for a lot of satellites. That's why they need radiators.
Behind the Earth and they're getting no sunlight?
They orbit.
Okay, well, it takes a while to orbit the Earth. They don't just orbit in 3 seconds.
It takes about 90 minutes.
So within that 90 minutes, it goes below freezing, and they're not shattering.
It takes a very long time to cool off.
Okay, and why do you believe it takes a long time to cool off?
Because there's nothing to take heat away from you except just by existing. Like there's no air.
These things don't even exist. These are materialistic things. They have nothing.
What?
I'm talking about satellites. These are materialistic things. These have nothing to give it energy. They're just.
What do you mean? They're objects. Objects have energy. Like, if you have a lump of metal in space, it's going to have a temperature.
Okay. And you think it takes very long for it to cool
you can
off.
Calculate it. It involves a formula called this, or involves a law of physics called the Stefan-Boltzmann law. You can calculate how quickly it'll give off energy, and it turns out it takes longer than 45 minutes. And also, for what it's worth, so there are some satellites, or there are some you can call them satellites, spacecraft that hang out that are kind of orbiting the sun, but orbiting the sun just behind where the Earth orbits the sun. So it is always shielded by the sun. And this is on purpose so that they stay cold, because if the sun exposure hit them, then they would heat up and it would ruin what they're trying to do. And so they just have very, very tiny electric things happening, and the electricity gives off some heat, so that keeps it warm enough to not completely, die.
All right.
Now, can I give you some something that might convince you that the Earth is a sphere?
Oh yeah, go for it.
All right. Now I'm going to ask you a question, just because it'll affect how we have this conversation. Do you want definitive but complicated evidence, or do you want simpler to understand, but perhaps more indirect evidence?
I do want to be able to understand it, so I would go with the second option.
It's fair. I'm not going to hold that against you. Okay. So, we've all seen sunsets, right?
Correct.
Okay. Have you ever seen a sunset when it's cloudy out?
Honestly, no. I don't think I have. Really.
Okay. Well, so here's a picture.
Maybe. Anyways,
maybe
like that. Okay, no,
I've
I've seen that. Yeah. I've seen that. Yeah.
So see how the bottom of the clouds is reddish, but the top of the clouds is dark gray?
Yeah.
And there's that's not so unusual. In fact, here's a picture of basically the same thing, but from an airplane, which is, by the way, this photo's beautiful.
That is a beautiful photo.
But you can tell that the top is dark gray and the bottom is orange, right? The top of the cloud is gray, the bottom is orange. So here's the contention that I have. I'm going to draw another diagram because diagrams are helpful.
Right.
I really just need to get a diagram prepared, but it's always fun to draw things live, right? It's always more fun that way.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
suppose that we have, let's make this green. Suppose that the Earth is flat, right? So what I'm giving you is a proof by contradiction. I'm going to say, if the Earth is flat, then we should see this thing. We don't see this thing. Perhaps we see its opposite. And so that means the Earth can't be flat. That's what we're going to do.
I think I already know where you're going with this, but continue.
Yeah, okay. So say here's me, right? I'm this little dude with no legs, no arms. And I'm gonna draw a cloud here. Let's just draw like a little cloud, right? Here's a cloud. Obviously not to scale, but you'll get the, or let's draw
That's
a little
good
lower.
cloud though. I ain't gonna lie. Oh.
Thank you. Okay, less good cloud, but it's fine, right?
Yeah.
Now, during a sunset, there's kind of two options for where the sun can be. It can either be above the clouds, like in higher altitude than the cloud, or below or lower altitude. So like the clouds are 3, 4, 5 miles up, right? And so either the sun is higher than 5 miles or it's lower than 3 miles, say. It's either above, or I mean, I guess it could be level with the clouds, but you know, during a sunset, it's clearly usually going down. So so it's either above or below the clouds. So let's say that the sun is above the clouds, right? Here's our sun.
Right.
Well, it's going to give off sun rays in all directions, right? And you know, clouds are not perfectly see-through. It'll get through a little bit, but it won't get through all the way to the bottom, right? And you know, obviously there's sun rays going everywhere, all directions, right? So what we would see here, in this case, we would see that the top bit is illuminated and the dark bit is gray because the sun is above the clouds. Right, so the sun is above the clouds, so the top should be brighter than the bottom. Now, on the other hand, if the sun is, say, below the clouds, you know, say only 2 miles above the ground, and again, not to scale, but then we would see that all of these sun rays, which are going in every which way, you know, some of them are going this way, some of them are going, you know, that way, some of them are going whatever, some of them will get here. Then what we would see is we would see that the bottom bit is illuminated and the top bit is gray. Now, which one better matches what we see during sunsets?
The first illustration that you put up, honestly.
The one where the top was bright and the bottom was gray?
Or wait. Show me the picture again.
Yeah.
My bad.
No, you're good.
Let me see the pictures.
So here's the picture from an airplane.
Oh, nope. The second one lines up.
Right. And yeah, that's exactly it. So it appears that the sun is lower than the clouds. So the question then becomes, if the Earth is flat, does that mean, so we're assuming that the Earth is flat. How can the sun get lower than the clouds?
That is a good question. I'm just randomly, you know, just throwing out some thoughts. Can it not just like go down to the level of the?
It could.
It could, right?
Right. So maybe the sun just moves up and down, but then there's 2 points here. One, if that were true, then like planes could just fly into the sun, right?
Oh, you got a point there. Okay.
And planes can't do that. Like
you're right, right.
And the other
That'd be terrible.
And the other thing is that when it's sunset for you, which would be when the sun is, you know, lower than the clouds, it's going to be like noon for somebody else when the sun is like way above the clouds. So it can't be both at the same time.
Okay.
So the alternative explanation, by the way, is, oops, sorry. So there's an alternative explanation. Suppose that the Earth isn't flat. Suppose it's a ball. I'm just going to draw a ball really quick. I'm not going to draw oceans or anything, like, you know, obviously not to scale. Yeah. But so let's draw a little cloud here. Again, obviously not to scale.
Yeah, obviously that's a big cloud.
Yeah. And then we're gonna put the sun. Say, you know, it'll be, if the Earth is flat, or if the Earth is a ball, then the sun is really far away and it's really big. So I'm just gonna put like part of the sun over here. Again, obviously not to scale. The sun rays are going to go in every direction from the sun. And here, now you can see why the bottom is illuminated, even though the sun is really far away. And it'll also explain why the sun will have sun rays that are coming from straight up and coming from, coming from lower in the sky. So somebody over here, if we zoom in and we look at somebody who's standing over here, they're going to see the sun being quite low in the sky because it's coming from near where the horizon is, right?
Right.
So they will see this sun ray, and that's coming from base, that would be a sunset for them because it's coming from, the sun rays are coming from the horizon. And it would also explain why the bottom half of the clouds are orange and why the top half is dark gray.
Actually,
so it seems like if the Earth is flat, we have this problem of like where the sun is during a sunset. But if the Earth is round, then it perfectly explains everything.
You're right, actually. Yeah, I do see what you're saying.
So it's at least something to think about.
Yeah, for sure. I'm honestly, I'm loving this whole talking or debate or whatever you want to call it we're having. I'm learning, at least, I'm getting some brain activity, I have more questions, but I ain't gonna lie, my phone is on 1%. So before my phone just dies, I'm gonna go charge it. Hopefully I'll be back on, maybe, if you're still doing your live.
Sounds good, man.
Bet. Thank you so much, man.
Take care.
Take care.
Hey, well, look, you know what? I'll take it. I don't care if he's not if he's still a flat earther tomorrow. He learned something. He thought about something. So I'll take it. All right, from Neural Void with the 5 pounds, we always see the past. Light takes time to reach us, then the brain processes it. Even Apollo photos show Earth as it was about 1.3 seconds earlier. Yep, that's true. Absolutely true. From Dr. Fudge with the $5, there's an XKCD what if vid for this. It's called Would a Submarine Work as a Spaceship? Goes over the heat stuff. Oh, that's interesting. I'll have to listen to it. I haven't seen it, but that's interesting. From Darren Hennepin with the $2, I don't understand, so you must be wrong. Well, this guy didn't say that. He was definitely chill. And from Neural Void again with the 5 pounds, quantum biology studies tunneling in life. Thermodynamics limits energy use, and even vacuum allows heat loss by radiation across space. Right, that's what I mean by just giving off energy. It's the radiation, it's the radiative effects, right? All right, so far so good, I think. Sorry, I was just looking at something that somebody sent me. All right, let's bring up our next guest. Sorry, I have to hydrate. All right, let's bring up our next guest. Let's talk to someone. Someone, how's it going?
Someone, how's it going?
Oh, I can hear myself. Are you driving?
You can hear myself. Are you driving?
Oh, you're hearing yourself?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, hold on. Let me turn off the Bluetooth, please.
Are you driving?
Is this better?
Keep left.
Yep, you're driving.
Gold is so...
You can't be on a TikTok live while driving. Them's the rules. Sorry. Yeah, I mean, I assumed as much. It was the Bluetooth. Yeah, don't drive and debate. All right, let's talk to Euler-Gauss-Newton. Euler-Gauss-Newton, how's it going?
How's it going?
I'm doing all right. What shape do you think the Earth is?
I'm a recently converted flat earther.
You're a recently converted flat earther.
Yeah.
Can you tell me what Euler's formula is?
Which one? There's many.
Yeah, there is. I don't think that you're a flat earther.
I am. I converted to Christianity and I'm a flat earther now.
I don't think so. That's got to go on the YouTube channel. Are we talking about the one with the keep left? That has to go on the flat. Yeah, I mean, he's obviously not a flat earther. He just wants to troll. Which is fine. It's whatever. Well, I mean, it's not whatever. I'm not going to bring him up, or I'm not going to keep him, but... Oh. Yeah, how do you find the live stream while driving? Are you, like, scrolling through TikTok at, like, red lights or something? Because that's crazy. All right. Do you guys want to bring up Troy again? Troy is back. I thought he had to go, but it looks like he's back. He's kind of begging to come up. Do you want to bring him up? All right, let's bring him back up. The people have spoken. The people have spoken. Oh wait, no. The people unspoke. The people unspoke. All right, Troy.
All right, I'm gonna try to be calm this time, okay? You do the same thing, sir. Okay?
I'm never not calm.
Okay. So I seen you told the guy that if the sun was, can you bring up that diagram you had about the show? Can you show me that little diagram breaking through the clouds and all the light, the sun thing that you just showed?
Yeah, sure.
With the guy, bring it up. Put the sun, draw the sun like no, do that. Draw the sun like you had it before. You had it, the sun like sitting up the top, and then you was drawing like it breaking through the clouds.
Oh, I don't have that one anymore. Okay. I only have this. But we can use our imagination. If you put the sun above the cloud, then the top is orange and the bottom is gray.
You're saying that. Did you say that? Okay, I'm gonna go back to this. This is funny. You saying that? Did you tell the guy that you can go to Antarctica anytime you want and like go wherever you want?
It seems like we're not talking about the cloud thing. So okay, I'll hide
that.
No,
we ain't talking about that. We ain't talking about that.
Okay, because you didn't want because you didn't you know that destroys your worldview. But
no, because I was going to go back to that, but I forgot. Then I was going to go back to that. Then it snaps back in my head, and I was like, oh shit.
Okay, yeah, you can go to Antarctica.
You're saying that if I wanted to go to Antarctica,
wherever you want. There are certain places where you can't go. Certain small locations where you can't go because they're private.
Exactly, but you talk to the guy.
But you
made it seem like you can go anywhere you want.
I didn't make it seem like you can go wherever you want.
So when the guy asked, "Can I go to Antarctica right now?" You was like, "Yeah, you can go anytime you want." Yeah.
Yeah, you can. You can go anytime you want.
You can't, sir.
Listen,
you can. So you're saying you can't? You have to go on a guided tour. Guided tour. Yes, you do. Do you know what the Antarctic Treaty? Sorry, have you ever heard of the Antarctic Treaty?
I've read it. Have you?
Have you read it? It's a real thing. If you want to go to the Antarctica and explore, you have to have a guided tour.
Where does it say that in the Antarctic Treaty?
Look it up.
Okay, let's go pull up the Antarctic Treaty.
It might not say it in there, but you gotta go there. Hold on, I wish I could show you my screen.
You're right. You're right. It's not gonna say it in there.
No, I wish I could show you my screen because you got the power. I can't. Hold on.
Go to it. The power. I have the power. Okay, so here's the Antarctic Treaty website.
No, go to the Antarctic Treaty. Okay.
This is the Antarctic Treaty website. This is the website of the Antarctic Treaty.
Just go to Google and just see what it says.
Why are we going to Google when we can just read the treaty?
Go back up real quick. Go back up. Let me see what it says. What the title of the website says?
I'm pulling up the treaty.
Can you show me what the title of the website says?
Here's the original treaty. Here's a copy of the original treaty.
Sir, so you're saying that you have free reign to go wherever you want? Sir, you're saying you have free reign to go wherever you want in Antarctica?
I didn't say that.
You have to be on a government guided tour.
Where does it say that in the treaty?
Scroll down. Let's see. Because you're looking at all you going to. That's why I was saying go to Google because nobody's going to read all
in
this.
The Antarctic Treaty.
Sir,
I've read this.
Go back up. Go to Google real quick.
Why are we using Google instead of just looking at the treaty itself? By the way, here's a link to the Antarctic Treaty that's searchable.
This is what I want you to type in Google. This is what I want you to type in Google.
This is searchable text, so we can control F in here.
You're trying to control the narrative.
Maybe I'll put guide. Is the word guide in the treaty anywhere?
Sir, do this in Google.
Let's check. Okay, so I did a control F for the word guide. No, it's not. It's not anywhere in the treaty.
Sir, listen. Go to Google and type. Can you go to the Antarctic? Can you go to Antarctica? Type that.
Why aren't we just using the Antarctic Treaty? Why are we using Google?
Because it probably doesn't. It probably just tells like the details of the treaty. It probably don't tell if you can go. And this is
the official treaty website. Look, so I will make you a deal that I made with the other guy. If you promise that you will believe what Google says if I ask it other questions, then I'm happy to use Google.
But listen, go to Google right now.
I'm happy to use Google to answer the question about the Antarctic Treaty if you promise that you are willing to accept what Google says about other questions too.
Okay.
Promise?
So look. Okay, no, but look, you didn't accept. You're the same one that said you don't accept. You didn't say you don't accept everything Google says.
I don't, but you want me to use Google, so I'm just making sure that you're going to use Google consistently.
But listen, you said when the guy asked you, did the space have temperature? You said no.
Yeah, I did. You're right.
And Google says it does have temperature.
Google's wrong.
But you was running on Google a lot. I seen you running on Google a lot.
What are you talking about?
Sorry. Look, go right now and type in, can you go to Antarctica? Simple.
So I just want to be clear, Troy. I'm happy to do that.
He's doing all these mental gymnastics, sir.
As long as you agree with whatever Google says when I ask it another question, okay?
Sir, can you please type?
I will.
Can you
did
go
you
to
hear
Antarctica?
what I said?
Yes. Okay.
You will agree? Okay.
Yes.
Sure.
Can you go to
Then
Antarctica? Yes.
We'll type in, can you go to Antarctica? The answer, yes, you can absolutely travel to Antarctica.
Keep clicking on it.
And tens of thousands of tourists do so annually.
Read the whole thing.
The most common way is by booking an expedition cruise from Ushuaia, Argentina, or a fly cruise from Punta Arenas, Chile. Trips typically operate during the Antarctic summer and require booking with approved tour operators.
Boom!
Well, that's how they typically operate. Trips typically operate that way.
No, get out of here, bro. Get out of here.
Now, you said that you would agree with whatever Google said the next thing I Googled. So I'm going to Google,
do this mental gymnastics.
the Earth,
you have to have a guided tour, bro. You can't go by yourself.
What shape is the Earth? The Earth is not a perfect sphere, but an oblate spheroid. Okay, so do you agree?
Okay.
Do you agree?
Now listen, you're about to kill yourself. Because read what it say. The Earth is not a perfect sphere. It's an oblate spheroid. Now type in the latest NASA photos, and you'll see a perfect sphere. Boom!
What's a sphere?
It just says it's not a perfect sphere, but when you go on NASA photos, it's a perfect sphere.
Yeah, it's an oblate spheroid.
Bro,
NASA slightly flattened at its poles and bulging at the equator.
All right, go to the NASA photos.
This shape is caused by the centrifugal force of its rotation and gravitational forces. The equatorial diameter is roughly 26 miles larger than the polar diameter.
Sir, now Google.
Wait, just to be clear, do you believe this?
Sir, Google the oblates. Google.
Wait, do you believe this?
What do you mean? Do I believe?
Do you believe that this is true?
No.
What Google says? Okay, well then why'd you lie to me earlier when you said that you would just believe whatever Google says?
Sir, go to NASA, go to NASA.com and ask the shape of the Earth. You can go to NASA right now. They want to say oblate sphere.
Why did you lie to me?
What's the shape of the Earth? Let me ask you, sir, since you're smarter than everybody. What's the shape of the Earth?
Why did you lie to me? You lied to me. You lied to me, and I'm
what's
so
the shape of the Earth?
I'm so disappointed.
What's the shape of the Earth, sir?
It's basically a sphere.
No, is it a spheroid? Is it oblate spheroid?
An oblate spheroid is basically a sphere.
Sir, is it a Google? I Google oblate. Google. Can you Google oblate spheroid?
Well, look, if you're just not going to believe what Google says, then why should I use Google at all?
Okay, sir, listen. I believe everything. Now go
you
to
believe everything. Okay.
Yes, I believe everything.
So,
all right, now type in oblate.
You agree that the Earth is a sphere?
Sir, oblate. Can you type in oblate spheroid?
You agree that the Earth is a ball?
Y'all see this mental gymnastics he's doing? He go to oblate spheroid.
Do you believe that the Earth is a ball?
No, I don't.
Oh, well, an oblate spheroid is a kind of ball.
Okay, let's go. Let's see what it looks like. Can you please type in Google? See what
okay, so you believe that the Earth is an oblate spheroid, though?
Sir, type in what an oblate spheroid say.
Wait, hold on. I mean, you said that you would. You said that you would believe whatever Google said, right?
You see how oblate spheroid is lighting up right now. You see how the word oblate spheroid? I bet you won't click it. Click it.
It's literally. I'm happy to click it, but I'm not going to. Not yet. No, I just need to get. I need to get the concession from you first.
Click it.
So just to be clear. It sounded like, and actually, hold on.
Y'all see this?
Hold on, we got to do something really quick. I got to pull something up.
He won't click it, bro.
It's an oblate spheroid, though.
Because what was that?
And tens of thousands. Troy, I'm going to mute you for a sec. We're going to replay something. Okay. The common way is by booking an expedition cruise from Ushuaia, Argentina.
It's tight.
As long as you agree. Here, with whatever Google says when I ask it another question. Okay.
Sir, can you
hold on? Play. So I just want to be clear, Troy. I'm happy to do that.
He's doing all these mental gymnastics, sir.
As long as you agree with whatever Google says when I ask it another question, okay?
Sir, can you please type?
I will.
Can you
did
go
you
to
hear
Antarctica?
what I said?
Yes. Okay.
You will agree? Okay.
Yes.
Sure. So that was you agreeing that you will believe whatever Google says next when I ask it another question. Now, the question that I Googled was, what shape is the Earth? And it says that it's an oblate spheroid. Now, it sounds like you're lying to me because now you don't believe that it's an oblate spheroid, despite saying that you would believe whatever Google says next. So which one is it? Are you lying to me, or do you believe that it's an oblate spheroid?
Sir, you're doing all these mental gymnastics, giving me all these stipulations, bro.
It just seems like you came here interested in being dishonest, really.
I just want to say stuff, and I want you to... This is a debate. I'm showing you with my proof. Now, all you got to do is debate it. Don't do all this mental gymnastics.
Well, then
if you're going to agree to something, agree to this. If I do this, you're going to agree to me. Bro, go to type in oblate spheroid. Why did you
lie to me?
Sir, type in oblake spheroid.
Why would you lie to me, Troy? I thought that we had. I thought we were building a relationship here. I thought that we had rapport.
He does this stuff. You do this stuff.
I thought that we were building something meaningful.
We are, bro. We like brothers, bro.
But you lied to me. My friends don't lie to me.
Okay, I'm sorry. No, okay, I apologize. Now go to a Blake Spillroid.
How can I trust you now?
Sir, I'm not the same man I was 5 minutes ago. Now go to the Blake Spillroid.
Apparently not. I guess I can. And if I can't trust If I can't trust Earth on the, if I can't trust Google on the shape of the Earth, surely I'm not going to trust Google on anything else.
Sir, I said I apologize. I'm not the same man I was 5 minutes ago. Can you go to type in a Blake spheroid?
But if you don't think that that the Earth is an oblate spheroid, and that's what Google says, because Google definitely does say it's an oblate spheroid, then I just can't trust Google on anything.
Click on it. Click on it. Click on it.
I just can't trust Google on anything. So instead, what we're going to do is we're just going to look at the original source text on the Antarctic Treaty.
Why can't you just click on it, sir?
Well, because I can't trust Google on anything.
Oh my God! But you go to Google for everything. You actually,
no, I
see you.
I tried to go to Google. I tried to go to the original source text.
I seen you go to Google so many. I was watching you, sir. I seen you go to Google. I'm like, this guy always go to Google.
I wanted to go to the source text because apparently it's lying.
You're selective. You're selective.
Well, if Google is lying, why should I ever trust Google again?
You're selective. If Google doesn't fit your narrative, you say, "Oh, we're not using Google. I don't trust Google." Well, then when Google fits your narrative, it's right there. Right there. It's right there. Why would you believe it's right there?
You told me that Google's lying about the shape of the Earth, so why should I trust it?
Because you believe this. You believe what Google. You believe the same thing Google's saying. Boom.
No, I don't. Not always. Because I know things.
Do you believe? Is the Earth a oblate spheroid or not?
Yeah, sure.
That's the same thing Google just said. So can you click on it?
So in this case, Google's right.
Okay, so can you click on that oblate spheroid? Can we see? Both of you agree on Google?
Sure, we can go.
Let's click it, sir.
Sure.
Let's just click it, sir.
But you don't believe it, so why should we care about it? It's going to be irrelevant.
Well, this is a flat Earth versus globe debate, so of course we can agree to disagree.
Okay, so I agree. So I can just pull up a separate window.
See, he won't, bro.
I'm just typing in oblate spheroid. So this is the kind of shape that an oblate spheroid is.
Look at that shit. Look at that.
Yeah.
Look at that.
So this is an oblate spheroid. This is an oblate spheroid. This is
looks like a pumpkin.
So oblate spheroids are a bunch of different shapes. You want to know what an oblate spheroid is?
Now look at that. Look at that pumpkin.
Here.
Now go to the NASA official NASA.
So
now go to the official NASA photos.
Many planets,
go to the official NASA
including
photos.
the Earth. Many planets, including the Earth and Saturn, are oblate spheroids. The difference between a sphere, the difference between a sphere and the Earth's shape is small, only a difference of about 0.33%. So
why are you going to, sir?
So the important point, and I just want to clarify for you what an oblate spheroid is. We can go to Math World if you want. Here's a formula. For what an oblate spheroid is. So
he's doing all this mental gymnastics. Y'all see this?
No, this is just called mathematics. I know it's troubling for you. So these numbers A and C, those are what determine how squished the oblate spheroid looks.
Sir.
So if A and C are very, very different, then it'll look very squished. For the Earth, the Earth is an oblate spheroid, but A and C are very, very close, so it hardly looks squished at all.
Sir.
Do you understand?
That looks like a pump. Okay, now look at that. Can we see?
Do you understand?
Can we look at it?
Can you repeat back to me what I said?
Yeah, you said, I understand all that. That was some good stuff.
Can you repeat back to me what I said, please?
Can you go to the oblique spheroid?
Can you repeat back to me what I said, please?
You said gibber, blah, blah,
okay, so I'll say it again.
But look,
I'm going to mute you this time so that way you can listen with your 2 ears instead of trying to talk with your mouth, okay? So an oblate spheroid is characterized by 2 numbers. This letter A, that's a variable. It represents a number. I can make this bigger too, so it's easier to see. The letter A and the letter C. Now, if those 2 numbers are very different, then you will get a squished oblate spheroid. If one's very big and one's very small, you'll get a squished oblate spheroid. If those 2 numbers are very, very similar, if one's like 1,000 and the other one is 1,001, then it will look not very squished, but it will technically still be.
So basically saying the ball changes.
It will technically still be an oblate spheroid because those numbers are slightly different. So we can go check on Google, which is what you love. On Google, it tells us what the difference in the radius is. The equatorial diameter, which is the letter A in this formula, that's the equatorial diameter here. That is the, sorry, that's not the equatorial diameter, that is the azimuthal diameter. But here, the equatorial diameter is 26 miles larger than the polar diameter. And the important
it literally says
that means
right there that shows a picture of a perfect circle.
That means that A and C differ by less than 1% from each other because the Earth's average radius is around 4,000 miles. So if they only differ by 26 miles, that's less than 1%. Do you understand?
All right, sir. Is the Earth
he does
a
not
oblate spheroid
understand.
or not?
There's no way he understands.
Is the Earth a oblate spheroid or not, sir?
The man cannot understand the basics of science, the basics of mathematics.
Look, I'm thinking you turning me into a ball Earth. I'm starting to believe, sir. But listen, is the Earth oblate spheroid or not?
Yes, it is. Because the equatorial radius is different from the sphere from the
polar
radius.
Can you pull up the picture of the oblate spheroid again, sir? Dear sir.
This is one oblate spheroid. An oblate spheroid is not a sing. Oh, sorry. This is one oblate spheroid. An oblate spheroid is not one shape. Would you actually like me to? Would you actually like me to? Let me plot this for you. Hold on. Let me plot this for you. I actually have a software that can do 3-dimensional plots like this.
No, we're not doing all that, sir. Now go to. Can you show a photo of NASA the Earth? Can I see the NASA photo of Earth?
We're gonna actually. We're actually gonna do this in real time.
Can I see the picture of NASA, the picture of the Earth of NASA that NASA had, please?
We'll get there eventually. Okay.
Oh my God, we're doing all this extra stuff. When we can get, can we skip all the turkey and get straight to the stuffing, bro?
I'd love to. Oops. Plots. There we go. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to generate some 3-dimensional plots. So we are going to plot. We are going to implicit. Oops. Come on. There we go. Implicit plot 3D. Now we want x squared plus y squared over 4,000. Or let's just we'll plot a very big.
Bro, you're doing all this. That's what NASA does. They just the equal signs of something squared, bro. Instead of just.
And this is going to equal to 1, okay? And we're going to plot x equals minus. Well, we'll just let it show us the plot. That's fine.
Bro, can you show?
Look, this is not an oblate spheroid. This is called a prolate spheroid. But if we switch these numbers, if we make this 4,000 and that 10,000, now we get an oblate spheroid. This is an oblate spheroid, right?
Sir,
do we agree that this is an oblate spheroid?
What does this have to do with anything, bro?
Well, you wanted to talk about oblate spheroid, so we're doing it, right?
No, but listen,
this is an oblate spheroid. You understand this, right?
Sir,
is this an oblate spheroid?
Sir, can I talk 1 minute?
Are we looking at an oblate spheroid here?
Sir, can I talk 1 minute without you interrupting me, please?
Are we talking about is this an oblate spheroid?
Sir, can I talk 1 minute without you interrupting me, and I'll let you talk as long as you want, sir. I don't know. My brain is smooth. I'm trying to understand.
Well, I'll help you. Can I please talk? This is an oblate spheroid.
Okay, thanks, sir. Now, can I talk for 1 minute?
Sure.
Can I talk? Okay, don't interrupt me. Listen. Breathe, sir. Breathe.
I'm good. I don't know about you.
Okay. Listen, it's okay. All right, listen. So we can agree that the Earth is an oblate spheroid. We've seen the picture that you put on there, okay? Now, can you please, sir, dear sir, can you go to NASA and can we see the photos that NASA took of the Earth, please?
Yeah, we can. In just 1 sec, okay? So this is an oblate spheroid. An oblate spheroid is whenever this bottom number here is different from this bottom number. And if this number is bigger than this number, then it's an oblate spheroid. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm now going to make this Earth-sized. So we have 4,000 miles in polar radius. That's the smaller radius. We have 4,026 miles in equatorial radius. That's the radius around. Now, this is what the Earth should look like. This is an oblate spheroid. Now, should we go hold this up to, I don't know, a picture of the Earth? We want an actual picture of the Earth, right? So let's go get the blue marble, the famous blue marble. So here we have the famous blue marble, right? Looks pretty round. And here we have the oblate spheroid. Looks pretty round, doesn't it?
Sir, that's not sir. That thing right there that you got. No, listen. That thing right there is not an oblate spheroid. You can turn it into an oblate spheroid. It's a completely.
This is an oblate spheroid.
Listen, sir. That is a complete sphere right now. You could, if you use the numbers, you could transform it into a oblate spheroid. Stop it. People clearly see that's a perfect sphere.
The equatorial radius is different from the polar radius.
Sir,
these two numbers are different. See that?
Sir, that's
the other numbers are
different. Use
different.
your eyes. You can
see how the numbers are different. That means that it's an oblate spheroid.
Sir, listen, sir. I'll let you talk. Okay, listen.
You can see how the numbers are different. That's what makes it an oblate spheroid.
Sir, they say NASA says that it's flat at the top. Then they post pictures of a perfectly round circle.
Well, I don't know if NASA says that, but you understand that the numbers are different, and that's what makes it an oblate spheroid, right?
Pause. You said NASA didn't say that?
That it's flat at the top? Yeah, that'd be be a pretty crazy thing for someone to say.
No, pause. Did you say that? No, pause. Pause. Did you say that or not? Did you just say that or not?
Yeah, I just said it again. It'd be pretty crazy to say it's flat at the top.
Go to NASA.com right now. Go to NASA.com right now.
NASA.com isn't a website. You mean NASA.gov.
What NASA, whatever. You know what I mean.
Before we
Stop
pivot,
doing this mental gymnastics.
Before we pivot,
exactly what I mean.
Did you just learn the phrase mental gymnastics? Because you've said it like 100 times in the last 10 minutes.
Do you like it? Do you like it?
It's kind of embarrassing. Now look, do you understand that this is an oblate spheroid, right?
Bro, it's a sphere. You can turn it into an oblate spheroid.
No. It is an oblate spheroid because these numbers are different. That's what makes it an oblate spheroid.
Bro, you can say what you want. You can use numbers to deny reality. That's a complete sphere. Now you can use these numbers to turn it.
This
now you
is
can
not a
use
sphere.
these numbers. Sorry, you can use these numbers and to change it into a oblate spheroid like I seen you do. But
okay, so it sounds like you just don't know what a sphere is.
You're using numbers to deny reality, bro.
It sounds like you don't know what a sphere is, which is fine. I understand if you didn't graduate from high school, you might not know what a sphere is. But this is not a sphere.
Spheroid. Is the Earth an oblate spheroid or not?
Yeah, it's this kind of oblate spheroid.
Bro, come on, stop it, bro. You're using numbers to try to work reality to your own little
How dare I use
concoction.
math to try to explain how the Earth is actually an oblate spheroid, even though it still looks pretty spherical?
Sir.
I'm so sorry. I shouldn't do that.
Well, these numbers you're putting in, where's these numbers coming from, sir? Please.
This is the average equatorial radius, or this is the average polar radius, and this is, I mean, they're approximate, but
can you show me? Can you show me? Can you show me the numbers where you get them from?
Okay.
Show me these numbers. Thank you, sir.
I'm going off the dome here, but we can go look up the polar radius of the Earth.
Don't go off the dome.
I'm pulling it up for you.
Okay.
Here. Sorry, that's the wrong thing. Here it is.
Now where are you getting these numbers from?
This is just Wikipedia. So here we should have the extrema, equatorial and polar radius. So here we have 3,963 miles is the that's the equatorial radius. So I'm just going to go punch that into my math, if that's okay.
Wait, let me read. Let me see. Read it. Read the paragraph so I can actually see you ain't just like calling it.
The Earth's equatorial radius, or semi-major axis, is the distance from its center to the equator, and it equals that many kilometers, or 3,963.1906 miles. The Earth's polar radius, or semi-minor axis, is the distance from its center to the North Poles and equals this many miles, 3,949. So I'm just going to take those. They're two different distances.
Okay, so
that's why it's an oblate spheroid.
Do your magic. Okay.
So let's see. So I'm going to take the polar radius, and I'm going to punch it. I will show you.
What's the other radius again? What is it?
There's the equatorial radius and there's the polar radius.
Okay, go ahead. Let's do it.
So 1 sec. I can't have both up at the same time, so I'll just copy and paste them in, and then I'll show you.
But listen, what I'm saying though, they saying that it's slightly flat at the top, right? But it's not.
Saying that it's slightly flat. Well, it's an oblate spheroid.
Sir.
Okay, so here I've punched in the numbers. So here we have the polar radius, and then here we have the equatorial radius.
But sir, where's the
so here's the polar radius. I'm just gonna hit enter, and that's what it looks like.
Sir, that is a sphere, sir.
These are the exact dimensions of the Earth, and it's in fact. That's
not an oblate spheroid. That's a spheroid.
It is an oblate spheroid. Yeah, because these numbers are different. It is. See how I'm plotting?
Wait, go back.
It's an oblate spheroid.
Sir, that's a sphere, sir.
It's not.
You can put it any numbers you want.
The numbers say otherwise.
It's a sphere, sir.
Do you know what a sphere is?
Sir, they literally go to.
Do you know what a sphere is?
Sir, a sphere is yeah.
Okay, tell me what it is. Define it for me.
Well, it's a complete circle, like a ball, like come on now.
No, it's not just any ball shape.
Sir, that's a sphere. You're trying to deflect and use all these numbers.
So you don't know what a sphere is then, huh?
Sir, the Earth is not a spheroid. Is the Earth a spheroid or not? That's what I'm saying. You're trying to use all this gymnastics. You're putting all these numbers in that I don't know what you putting in. I really don't know. Like you could be just going anywhere. But anyways,
we were on Wikipedia.
Bottom line.
So you trust Wikipedia?
Do you know Wikipedia can be edited and everything, right?
Yeah, it can be.
Wikipedia
it's usually pretty reliable.
Wikipedia is actually less reliable than Google. Actually.
Oh, that's not true.
I can literally go to. You could have literally went to Wikipedia right now. You could edit anything and put anything you want. Did you know that? Wikipedia can be edited, right?
Be correct. I mean, we can go look at the sources on Wikipedia if you want.
But I'm just saying, you know that Wikipedia can be edited, right?
I know that you can edit Wikipedia.
So you might have did some sleight of hand or something and edit. Anything can be possible. You can literally edit
anything
Wikipedia.
Is possible.
Yes, but you can literally, edit.
Wikipedia has references and sources. So if you're not sure, you can go double check them.
Okay, but look, sir, what I'm saying is that. Bottom line is what I'm saying.
Here, tell me, what are you saying?
Okay, the Earth, we're not moving right now, right? You literally said earlier that the Earth was stationary and not moving.
That pivot almost broke my neck there.
What? We're done with the. You have any more input to say to about? What,
yeah, we were talking about the Antarctic Treaty actually.
Okay. Oh yeah. We just. Oh yeah. That's what I was talking about. Thank you, sir. The Antarctic Treaty. You can only go on a guided tour, sir.
Well, that's not true.
Yes, it is.
Where does it say that in the Antarctic Treaty?
Sir, you just looked it up and seen it. You just looked up and seen it.
Where does it say that in the Antarctic Treaty?
Sir, you literally don't try to act like reality didn't happen. Oh, hold on, my phone's. Damn. Fuck. My charger. Hold on, I got it. Do I leave the box home? Hold on, sir, I'll be back. Wait, but look, the Antarctic Treaty, you can only have a guy. I got 2 seconds. 2% left. The Antarctic Treaty is real. You can only go to Antarctic on a guided tour, bro. You
really?
Can't just go freeway. You can't just go there by yourself and go anywhere you want.
And you think that's true because of what Google said?
No, it's the Antarctic Treaty. It's literally.
It doesn't say it in the Antarctic Treaty. By the way, here's another thing that Google says.
Sir, I'm gonna come back.
I googled, can you travel to Antarctica on your own? Yes, you can travel to Antarctica on your own as a solo traveler, and it is a common and rewarding experience. While it is technically possible to organize a private independent expedition with your own vessel, the overwhelming majority of visitors travel alone by joining a small expedition cruise.
You can only go, sir. Go down. Keep going down.
No, but it says yes, you can travel to Antarctica on your own as a solo traveler.
But you have to have a guided tour. You can go by yourself with a guided tour. That's what they're basically saying.
No, it's saying that you can share a boat with somebody to get there.
They're saying if you want to, can you go to travel Antarctic or solo? You can travel solo. Like now, if you go by yourself, that's solo.
Exactly. You can travel solo.
You're going solo by yourself, but you have to have a guided tour with you. So it's basically not solo.
Hold on.
You want me to
Here's another. Can you travel to Antarctica without a guide? Technically, you can travel to Antarctica without a professional guide or tour company, though it is extremely rare and complex due to strict international regulations. Independent travelers must obtain their own permits under the Antarctic Treaty, conduct their own environmental impact assessments, and be entirely self-sufficient in a region with no public infrastructure.
Whoa.
Yeah. Doesn't say anything about a guide.
Sir, it says you have to have your own permit because of the Antarctic Treaty.
Yeah. Yeah,
basically, anybody
who goes to Antarctica needs a permit if you are from a country that is a signatory of the Antarctic Treaty.
And you know who the people that got the permits?
Only about a quarter of the countries in the world.
So
if you're from a country that didn't sign the treaty, then you can just go on your own.
Listen, do you think you could go right now? Could you go to Antarctic right now by yourself without if you had a permit? Like, could you get a permit to go to Antarctica?
If I was from Ireland or Mexico or any of 100 other countries,
could you get a permit to go to
I could.
Antarctica right now?
I'm American, so I'm subject to American law. American law prevents me from doing that.
Okay.
But if I was from Ireland or Mexico, I could.
You couldn't.
Yeah, you can. Neither Ireland nor Mexico are signatories to the Antarctic Treaty. So there are no regulations for Mexican citizens or Irish citizens.
Do you have a charger? Do you have a
Not
charger?
Maryland, Ireland. And he left. Well, that was fun. We'll just put him up on YouTube again on a later day. Totally fine. Oh, my stomach could grumble. All right, let us read some super chats and we'll bring up our next guest. Sorry, I gotta hydrate. I gotta stay hydrated. I am hungry for hands. From Daniel Warholm with the 2 Canuck bucks, the Bible does not teach the earth is flat. Some people think it does. From Curtis Marsden with the $10, you look beautiful today. That's so sweet of you, Curtis. I appreciate it. From It's Char Not Char, take a shot every time he says gymnastics. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he just learned that phrase, by the way. From Neural Void with the £2, see you later, Blitz. Good luck. I appreciate it. And from Curtis with the $2, boom. Yeah, see, we got him. Ladies and gentlemen, we got him. From Keith Jacobson with the $2, now I want stuffing. Did I say something about stuffing? From Handel with the $2, some spheroids are more oblate relative to others. Yeah, like the pumpkin is definitely more oblate than the Earth. From Zakers with the $5, have a good day, sir. I will, thank you. From Frigid Point with the 69, are those Thai bots? I want to make sure. Yeah, that is Thai bots. I appreciate that, Frigid. Ladies and gentlemen, I present a spear urfer. All right, well, let's not make fun of his not accent. I mean, kind of accent. Let's not make fun of his dialect. From Frederick Shorten with the 2 Canuck bucks. Hey, Dr. Blitz, love this stream. I love it too. From Broke My Cran with the $5. You do this for a living. Do you think the sir guy is genuine or just looking for attention? Poselaw is hell. Poselaw is hell. I think he's genuine though. From Dwayne the Rock Hard Johnson with the $2. Stay cool, Blitz. I will. And from Flash Perez with the $5. I joined the live when you were showing your guns with the pendulum. What's the secret to Blitz maxing? Oh, the secret is to like be malnourished for, you know, over 2 months, as you're not really able to eat because you're hospitalized and you have a like a base or a tennis ball sized mass in your abdomen. That's the secret. All right, let's talk to Uncle Grandpa. Oh, I want to make sure that there's no people. Okay, there's nobody on Discord waiting. Uncle Grandpa, how's it going?
Dude, how's it going? I don't know if you remember me. I was the quantum god on your
Do you think that the Earth is flat, Uncle Grandpa?
Stream. Yeah.
You do?
Yeah, I have a really good argument for this one. It's
okay, and by flat you mean that it's not topologically that's not a topological sphere, or rather a topological ball in R3. Okay, yeah, sure.
Yes, of course.
Okay,
I'm taking like up to linear algebra, so I'm good. Well, first I wanted to start, since last time we didn't start with a formal debate, so I was a little bit shaky like I am now, because I like to start with like credentials. So I'd let you go first. You can go with your credentials, then I'll go with mine.
The credentials aren't super relevant, are they?
No, I'll say mine. I have an undergraduate degree in neuroscience from UC Davis. I went to Berkeley for my master's and for my PhD. Neuroscience with a, specializing in cognitive neuroscience, and then I have a PhD in special education that's jointly through UC Berkeley and San Francisco. It's like the best option if you're in Northern California.
Okay, cool.
Special education.
Now, why do you think the Earth is a sphere?
Wait, hold on.
Sure.
Oh yeah, okay, I'm gonna tell you that. I just want to make sure that this source, because I'm only using one source today, I just want to make sure you find it credible. Do you find the Science Focus kind of like online publication through the British Broadcasting Company as a science website
Focus?
That yeah, I'll tell you it's specifically called, it's
really?
BBC Science Focus.
I mean, like it's just science reporting, so it's not like it's not a scientific
yeah, but
source.
I mean, like what they report on science, would you say that it's like fact checked and like by like editorials and things like that? Like people fact check what's there. You don't think the British Broadcasting Company is?
There have been a lot of like so Scientific American is generally regarded as pretty well reputed, has a pretty good reputation in the US. And there was an article that they posted, I don't know, like a year ago, and it was horrible. It was like horribly done. It was not representative of what the science actually was, etc. So no, I don't know to what degree they actually do the checking. Anyway, what's the evidence?
I just want to, so it's just because of a comment you made at the end of our debate last time. You like started belittling me because I said I had a eidetic memory, and then I said you always use. Hold on, I'm going to prove you wrong on that before we start our debate. I want you to tell me right now what an eidetic memory is, because I knew you were wrong, because photographic memory isn't a thing. If you knew anything about neuroscience, you would know that the photographic, nobody says photographic memory. It's not a thing.
Photographic memory is usually intended to mean eidetic memory. These two things are usually viewed as synonymous.
And that's where you're wrong. Okay. That's where you're wrong. No, it is not.
Okay. So do you want to tell me why you think that the Earth is flat?
The person who has published works in that field, that they're wrong. That's kind of
sure. So do you want to tell me why you think the Earth is flat?
No, I wanted to talk about that point, because eidetic memory.
Okay, so you lied to me about why you came up. By the way, I just want to double check. I just want to check something, because maybe you were right. Eidetic memory, also known as photographic memory and total recall.
To the layman's, it's photographic. To the layman's, for the layman's like you, Blitz.
This is the ability to recall an image from memory with high precision, at least for a brief period of time, after seeing it only once and without using a mnemonic device.
Do you know any other neuroscientists?
Do I know any other neuroscientists?
Besides me that you're talking to right now, do you know any that you can like text real quick and get a text message in the next
that I can
5 minutes?
No.
Okay.
Actually, maybe.
Would you concede
I'd have to go through my contacts on TikTok.
But would you concede as of now, I am more knowledgeable on this topic than you are?
Do you specialize in like memory stuff? I mean, plausibly.
Yes, I work with I'm basically helping advance MRI techniques.
What was your PhD, your neuroscience PhD on, if you don't mind me asking?
No, it's not. And so it went. So I have my undergraduate.
Like, what was your dissertation on? Your thesis?
I don't want to dox myself, so I cannot say.
Okay. I mean, you did tell us what schools you went to and what sequence of schools you went to.
Yeah, I already told you. UC Berkeley, UC Davis.
I know that's enough. That's enough to find your information. You know that, right?
Yes, I know that.
So then, why'd you tell me that?
It'd be very hard. Because it'd be very hard for you to find.
I just have to go look up the graduating classes.
Even if you find out where I am, you wouldn't be able to
them.
find out where I live.
I wouldn't need to find out where you live. I just want to know. I just want to know what you did your PhD research on.
Okay, then try to find it, please. Because my PhD research is in special education. If you were listening,
oh, so you don't have. I thought you said you did your PhD in neuroscience.
Listen, I'll say it one more time. Undergraduate, UC Davis, neurobiology, physiology, and behavior. My master's is in neuroscience at Cal, right, with a specialization in cognitive neuroscience. My PhD is in special education.
Okay, so you don't have a PhD in neuroscience then?
Do I need a PhD in neuroscience to know neuroscience, Blitz?
No, but it just sounded like that's what you said.
Do I need a PhD to publish works? Do I need a PhD to publish works?
Never made that claim.
But you weren't listening to what I was saying, and now you're showing that you're wrong.
So the reason why, so it was a little confusing because I think that either you stuttered or the audio wasn't great at the very beginning, so I may have missed it. I can replay it back for you if you want.
Yeah, I wasn't a stutter.
I can replay it back
I've lost
for you
my
if you
voice
want.
because I was yelling at my son's.
Okay, well, I mean that's fair too. It's just when it definitely sounded like you said that you have. It sounded like you said, and then I did my PhD in. And then I got my PhD. Right. So it sounded like you were saying you had 2 PhDs or you were doing a second PhD or something like that. So that's why I was a little bit confused.
Okay. No, yeah, that's fair.
But look, if you don't think the Earth is flat, I'm going to let you go.
I do think the Earth is flat.
Do you? If you think the Earth is flat, I will let you back up and then we can talk about that. But we're not going to talk about whatever else you want to talk about, okay? In the meantime, from Godwin with the $2, maybe high school diploma is a key to conspiracy version. It generally tends to be, yeah. All right, let's bring him back up. So, Uncle Grandpa, I don't know why I can't say it. Why do you think the Earth is flat?
If you want to thank your donations before we start, you can. That's fine.
Already handled. Why do you think the Earth is flat?
Hold on. I had debate notes and now I can't find them. Oh. Dang it. I'm gonna take a second to look for them. I know you usually leave around noon. I watch a bunch of your lives. You're amazing. But I just want to show you that you can be wrong. You shouldn't belittle people.
I absolutely can be wrong. Yeah, I know. So you don't think the Earth is flat?
But you were wrong just now, which means you can be wrong about things that you think you're right about.
You're just telling me to take your word on it.
Well, no. Go do research on what an eidetic memory is. Learn why it's not photographic and why a neuroscientist wouldn't call it that. And then the next time you're doing a random debate on something that's connected to you, I'll prove you wrong.
So in fact, it seems like an eidetic memory is actually a stronger memory than a photographic memory.
I know I was trying to explain that to you last time, but you were belittling me. You were belittling me.
You don't even have a photographic memory. You don't even have a photographic memory, let alone an eidetic memory.
That's because photographic is not a thing. It's literally not a thing. It's not a thing, Blitz. Photographic is not a thing. It's what all the movies use, and that's all you know it from. You know it from Big Bang Theory.
Author
Young
Andrew
Sheldon.
Hudman commented, examples of people with photographic-like memory are rare. Eidetic imagery is the ability to
what are you reading this from right now? Tell me what you're reading this from and tell me the year it's from. What year is it from? Because the article I'm quoting from is from April 11th, 2026.
2009.
April 11th, 2026.
Okay. And so the article is saying that there's no such thing as photographic memory?
It exactly is saying that. That's literally the fucking title.
Okay. I'll look it up. Seems interesting. There is no such thing.
And if you want to DM me and debate it and be calm about it, that's fine. But see, you're still belittling
and this is
me and trying to say I'm wrong.
What website was this?
BBC, Science Focus.
Science Focus? Okay, we can actually just go find it.
Seems your memory is not as good as mine, Blitz.
I never said I had a good memory. Experts no longer believe in photographic memory. Here's what convinced them. Okay, so Stephen Wiltshire, we can just pull this up and we'll look at it together. Stephen Wiltshire is a celebrated artist known for his breathtaking detailed depictions of iconic cities and skylines. What makes his amazingly elaborate and accurate hand-drawn cityscapes all the more impressive is the fact that Wiltshire creates them entirely from memory. And after essentially blah, 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 so many to insist that he has a photographic memory. Just one problem, according to established science, there's no such thing as photographic memory. Okay. Photographic memory is generally assumed to be the ability to remember well everything. If you perceived or experienced something, you can remember it no matter how much later with 100% accuracy. It's generally assumed to be that. Okay. Say you were in a coffee shop, blah, 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 blah. At this time, you were reading a book, an unremarkable event, but you would remember it before. It would be as if your brain had taken a photograph of the scene, an extremely high-resolution panoramic photograph of everything you experienced, so you never forget anything. The scenario may sound far-fetched, but many believe it to be true. Indeed, in 2017, neurosurgeon Dr. Ben Carson, crazy person, blah, 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 seemed to claim that we all remember such crystal clear images of the past. Okay, and here's a quote from him. It's all there. However, there remains no official record or observation of any human ever displaying such a facility with memory. In fact, what we understand about how the brain works suggests that it shouldn't be neurologically possible. Impressive as our gray matter is, it's not that formidable. Memories are made of this. Okay. Now, is this going to say something about eidetic memory somewhere in this article? Because it's fairly long.
Yeah, it's really long.
Is it going to say anything about eidetic memory?
Yeah, it will. It'll tell you that eidetic memory, some children, rarely in adults.
So the human brain is incredibly variable. It's what makes studying it so fascinating, but also so challenging, because there tends to be exceptions to every rule. This applies to our understanding of memory too. The terms eidetic memory and photographic memory are often used interchangeably, but they actually mean different things. For one, eidetic memory does seem to exist. Eidetic memory refers to a greatly enhanced ability to recall usually information in terms of both detail and duration. An eidetic memory of an image is supposedly the same equivalent of looking at a photo of it, hence the overlap with photographic memory presumably. While it's typically only found in children, it would be safe to assume that the artist Stephen Wiltshire has an eidetic memory. Then there's the autobiographical hypermnesia or hyperthymesia, people with this. Okay, so where's the source for this claim? Is there a scientific source here, or is it just like the article?
So I didn't, so I thought about this today when I saw you on live, and so I only had about 30 minutes to prepare. This is the best article I found that supported all of my evidence. If you'd like to go and verify, that's fine, but the BBC is very accurate.
BBC is not a scientific source. The BBC is reporting on what people say.
Listen, the number of PubMed articles I'd have to pull and the amount that you would need to understand about neuroscience. And why do you think I was talking to you in your God live about a quantum God?
I don't know, man.
And quantum biology.
And because you don't know about quantum mechanics or
so
something.
you want to pivot and do ad hominems now and commit logical fallacies.
You asked me a question
because I'm better than you.
You asked me a question what I thought. I was answering what I thought.
So what you think is in logical fallacies and ad hominems, right? You think in that all the time, Blitz?
You asked me a reason for why I thought you brought that
correct
up.
Or not correct? Yep. You used an ad hominem and a pivot.
All right, he's gone. Yeah, so he actually lied about wanting to. Actually, you know what, Uncle Grandpa, you're blocked. Because he lied twice about thinking that the Earth is flat. So he's been blocked. From Rar Espada with the $2, why does the guest with eidetic memory need notes? That's a great question. Excellent. Damn it, I wish I had thought of that. That would have been so good. God, I should unblock him and just ask him that. Oh, how do I unblock him? Somebody. Anybody. Please. Blocked accounts. All right. Oh, come on. I know it's under mod settings, but it's giving me an error. Blocked accounts. Something went wrong. What do you mean something went wrong? Nothing went wrong. All right. Well, we did our best. That is a really, really excellent super chat. Yeah, I have to go to my account. One sec. We'll see if we can unblock him really quick. I'm going to try to do it from my phone. Ignore that. Settings and privacy. Blocked accounts. Here we go. What was his name? His name was Uncle Grandpa. It should be. Do you think that it's in order? I really hope it's in order because there's a lot of different. I've blocked 400 something accounts. I think I would recognize his profile because he has the All right, hold on. Let's see if this works again. Blocked accounts. I don't know why that's not working. But we're just going to keep scrolling. It won't take very long to find him. Oh, I blocked Fez. Should I unblock Fez? God, I have so many flat earthers blocked. Should I unblock some of these people? Maybe I should. Maybe I should give them another chance. I need to look at my chat. Okay, what do I need to look at my... Oh, he's unblocked. Uncle Grandpa. Thank you, mods. I was staring at my phone. What am I supposed to do? All right, let's go see if we can send him an invite. Invite. All right, let's see if we can do this. All right, invite sent to Uncle Grandpa.
Yo, what's up, Blitz?
Question, why do you need notes if you have an eidetic memory?
So you didn't finish reading that in the article, which is sad. However, this is not the same as remembering everything forever. All you know about eidetic memory is from movies, TV shows.
So tell me,
it's not what,
so
yes.
Your eidetic memory, clearly you don't remember your notes, right?
So the notes that I made in 30 seconds while I was also cooking breakfast, no, I don't remember because I was doing multiple physical things hands-on and my kinesthetic memory is better.
Okay. So it just sounds like that, I don't know, maybe we shouldn't believe your claim that you have eidetic memory?
Listen,
you haven't presented any evidence that you have it.
Listen. If you want me to do some tricks for you on your live to show you I have an eidetic memory, I will. It's belittling to me to treat me like I'm a dog doing tricks when I'm a human being, and you're upset that you lost a debate on something you weren't debating. I know it's sus, Blitz.
I mean, look, you claim to have an eidetic memory, and then you shuffled your notes around. You couldn't even remember the first thing about why you think that the Earth is flat.
I know. I'm sorry. I apologize. I couldn't find those notes yet. I wasn't even looking for them. It wasn't what I was focusing on.
Okay. Well, back into the block bin you go.
Okay, bye.
Oh, just my eidetic memory didn't apply for these notes that I had. Mods, you guys know what to do. Right, so we have a super chat from ALW with the $2. AI couldn't find the real person with his credentials. I'm not sure if AI would be able to. Actually, I'm curious. I just want to try something. I'm just gonna punch in my own credentials into ChatGPT. Who graduated from in that year. I'm just gonna punch this into ChatGPT. I'm curious if it could actually find me. I'm like, find a person who graduated from ASU in 2015 with a physics and math bachelor's and who graduated from UC Davis in 2022 with a PhD in physics. We'll find out. I'm actually not sure. Uncle Grandpa, how are you not blocked? Blocked. Be gone. It probably will find me. I wouldn't be surprised. My name is Public Worship. I have a website. By the way, this is actually a great time to dox myself. I have a website now, so I'm publicly known. My website is blitz.phd. Just type that into the URL and you'll find my website. And you'll have all of the, you can go learn about my research. You can go learn about the science communication that I do. So yeah, you can go check that out. Yeah, isn't it a great URL? It's just straight up blitz.phd. All right. Let's see what ChatGPT says. I found it found me. It found me. It used my website. It used my website. So okay, it found me. But I have a website, right? I don't know if it'll find most people. Do you need a PhD to have a .phd? I don't think you need one. I don't think anybody's checking. Yeah, the top level domain, it is not cheap. It's like $100 a year, but it was worth it, right? Yeah, my actual last name is Blitz. Yeah. Yeah, it was like a normal top level domain, like a .com is like $10 a year. And a .phd is like $100 a year or something like that. From Rar Espada, thank you again with the $5. Another chatter noted that he couldn't even remember where his notes were. Eidetic memory at its finest. Yeah, I mean, like, at this point, like, look, I think what he thinks he has is that sometimes when he reads something, he can remember where a certain like quote is on the page. Like he can think about the page, he could be like, ah, it is on that part of the page. But like everybody can do this, right? This is not, I don't know if everybody can do this, but like, that's not like, that doesn't make you have an eidetic memory, right? Just because you can like remember where you saw something, it doesn't make you special. We all, like, not all of us, but many of us have visual memory, right? We can remember what things look like. It doesn't make you, like, it doesn't make you a, have an eidetic memory, which is, it's just crazy. Anyway, yeah, he had a really, really big ego, which is fine. You can have an ego, just don't, you know, just don't show it to other people if you're going to get destroyed. Not everybody remembers things in visuals, especially if they have aphantasia. Anyway, I could have asked some more, but I don't, it's not really relevant. We shouldn't give him more attention than is needed, right? Doesn't feel right that I have a last name, well, or that I have a first name. You don't have to refer to me by my first name, but if you want to, you can. Anyway, let's just double check, make sure I didn't miss any cash apps or anything like that. We do still have a little bit of time left before the live stream ends. If I can find where the multi-guest channel is, there's probably a few people in the, nope, there's nobody in the guest box, which is fine. We do have some cash apps. Let's go over those really quick. From Matilda on Buy Me a Coffee, saying, globe not equals pancake, Zoom. Thank you for the $5, Matilda. And from Grimlock, for my headphones died, don't forget to hydrate. Okay, I'll keep that in mind. From Shay, my light's almost over. From Shay with the $100. This is Shay. Everybody give a big old W for Shay with the $100 for the sheer volume of obstinate ignorance today. Thank you so much, Shay. It's very, very generous. And those are all the cash apps we got today. So it's very much appreciated from everybody. Go check out my website if you want. It's blitz.phd. You can also go to blitzphd.com, but that's less fun. Now, the website, just like all things content creation, it's not cheap to maintain, and I don't do this full time. Keep that in mind. I do this half time, and I use this to fund my research. So if you want to support me, there are a few different ways to do it. If you go to the website, let's actually pull up the website. Why not? Here's the website. Pretty great website, if I do say so myself. There's you know, there's details and there's stuff about stuff. You know, it's a pretty great website. If you go down to the bottom, and if you want to support me, obviously there's no obligation, but if you want to support me, there's like links down here, like Cash App and Patreon and stuff like that. It's just a useful way to support me. Obviously, you know, just becoming a member or becoming a subscriber even on YouTube is great, but if you want to support me financially, there's that option too. Now there's a button for merch. It says coming soon. I don't know how soon. Also, it says get notified. Don't click that. Don't send me a message about how you want to be notified. There's not like some official thing. I need to get rid of that button. But it is in the cards, and I hope that I will have merch out before the end of the year. So maybe I'll start like a Discord chat or like a, you know, a place where you can suggest merch. There's definitely going to be a mug, and it's going to have the blackboard print around it. There's probably going to be a t-shirt with a blackboard print covering the whole thing. So that's definitely, but then there's questions about other stuff. Now somebody says, why are you publishing your papers on Archive and not in a site like ResearchGate? Because Archive is where serious researchers publish. ResearchGate is not a publication place. You upload preprints to the Archive, and then you submit them to journals. Green lava lamps, that's a good idea. Green lava lamps. So that's how scientists, especially physicists, do it. So from Game Master Flash with the $2, should have asked him for Wikipedia URL URI that you had up. Oh, that's a good, that would have been a good point. And from White Gold with the $5, merch with that graduation photo coming when? Well, that would be, wouldn't that be weird? Why would you just want like a picture of somebody on your shirt or something? And from Krill Mitchell with the $2, thank you for the donation. It is very much appreciated. We'll get something going. The thing is there's kind of two ways that people can run merch. You can run merch just by ordering this stuff for yourself wholesale and then shipping them out. I don't have the time to do that. I don't have the time or the spoons to do that, right? And I don't want to, you know, make my wife do this either. So it is cute that you and QFT and Joy are still snowboard together. That is really cute. So what I am going to try to do is I need to find some company that'll basically handle the merch for me. And then they'll take a cut, obviously, but they will handle that. I don't know what a good source is for the things that I want. Like there's a t-shirt that I want. There's a website. Let me see if I can find it. What was it called? It was called Contrato. So this is a website that like you can like do full prints, which is what I want. And I'll show you what I'm looking for. I'll show you the kind of thing. How do I, while we're here, while we have time, design tools, add new image, here we go. So like, I would love to have like a shirt like this, and then I think that there's like a 3D view or something. Is there a 3D view? No, not that. One sec. This is supposed to, it's supposed to be this, but it's supposed to be like cover the whole thing. So it's not just like a graphic tee, but it's just like a wraparound for the t-shirt. And I think that would be really cool. I would wear that shirt. The thing is this website charges like, it's really expensive. It's like $60 for a single shirt. And you can get it down to like $50 if you buy in bulk, but that's really expensive, right? Like I wouldn't pay that much for a shirt. So I need to figure out like ways to do that, because I don't want to make merch that like I wouldn't like. So anyway, that's what I'm thinking of, and that's one of the current struggles, right? It's way too expensive. Quick preview, maybe it's that. Yeah. So it would be like this, like a full shirt print, and it would be on the back too and wrap around. But you know, it's really expensive. It looks really good, but it's really expensive. So we'll figure something out. I'll talk to the Discord and we'll get something going. But anyway, that's the current state of affairs regarding merch. We will work on it. A few more super chats on the way though, from White Gold, because you're gorgeous. Well, I appreciate that. I don't know. Do I really want my face appearing on somebody's shirt? That'd be kind of unusual. From Simeon Urchin with the $5, we all need to see whose memory is better, Uncle Grandpa's eidetic memory or Justin's steel trap of a memory. Do you think that Justin has better memory than... Does Justin have a good memory? And from Carol Mitchell with the $2, how do you explain time being emergent? Oh, that's a whole conversation, y'all. Maybe we'll answer that question later. Essentially, it can emerge in a few different ways, but there are ways that you can have scalar fields, or there are ways that you can have quantum fields behave as if they are moving, or as if they're, you know, they can behave as if they're in a space-time, as in a space with time, despite only being in space, if you have something called a clock field. That's one way. You can also have it emerge geometrically via something like a Hartle-Hawking transition, but that is a long conversation. Right. So yeah, we will figure out ways to get, so we'll try to figure out a way if we can get like a custom print job for that shirt, because I would absolutely both buy and wear that shirt. We're gonna work on mugs. We're gonna get a full wraparound, hopefully a full wraparound with you know, the blackboard for a mug too. And then we'll brainstorm some stuff, but it's something to be determined. It's not that soon. All right. So anyway, I am going to end the live stream here, I think. Wait a minute. We got one more super or cash app from Rob for your annual URL fee for the, thank you for the $5. That is appreciated. We are going to end the live stream here because I have some stuff to take care of today. And yeah, we'll figure it out in the Discord and make it happen.